Okay, first of all, Happy New Year, everybody. It's
Yeah,
late.
happy 2024.
Yeah.
Wee.
Next,
Wahoo!
not to celebrate New Year's, and especially not to shame Glenn, but
Hey, wait, what?
y'all remember that little present surprise that I was talking about way back? Well,
Oh,
finally finished it. It's not. It's quaint. It's something. And it's also
it's done.
it's done. So here. Oh wait, well I can't post it on that, so I'll just post it here. Um, there you guys go. It's in an absolutely massive file size. So if you had the desire to make it a desktop or something, you can. But that's everyone.
Oh,
That's the party.
I
Just
love how Mastilio is like tucked in the back corner and you can barely see his face, and everyone else is front and center.
well, I'm gonna be honest. That was the only place I could put Gerald realistically was behind the bar. So it was
No,
just
it's
kind of
okay. It's kind of symbolic because he ended up leaving, so
Yep.
it is. It I like it.
Yep. So, yeah, that's
That is
that.
really cool.
Uh, eventually we should get one with Stormy. Eventually, we just have to. That's not even like a. Well, I need to start working on it thing. That's like a limited options. We just need to. Yeah, Denver. We just need to like get to it's a whole thing. Don't worry about that.
We
Since
need
we're
another
all
story moment to put Stormy in.
we do one that I can actually use. Um,
Yeah.
second ish. I asked it earlier in chat, but since we're all here, I just wanted to get a more cemented thing. Are we all cool with it when it would
So
be starting February 21st would be the first one we did. Would you guys be cool if we started to stream the sessions?
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
I don't have any issues with it.
All right.
Yes.
And then as well with that, when those sessions go live, my plan was then start putting the VODs up on Friday. At the same time, is it cool if I unprivate the VODs and put them up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
The only question I have is if anything gets monetized, how are we
Currently
doing that?
there is zero plan for monetization.
Okay.
And if we got to that point, I'm going to be 100% real. The first person that any money goes to is Travler. It's his story. It's his campaign.
Agreed.
I can agree.
Yeah, it's his.
I can agree with that.
100%.
We can talk about that if it comes to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all I do
we'll
is put in legwork. All of the creative stuff is all him. So, but then again, hey, shoot for the stars. Something happens. Cool. And I think that's it. What is this? Oh, that's what you do. Okay. Yeah, that's it for me. So, Traveler, if you'd like, I guess it's time to start.
Okay, yeah. So, one more time, I really am sorry that I'm late. Shouldn't happen again. And last time we left off, you all had barged into the law house, seen Unipo messing about with Lochliar, taking something from him, while him, Lydia, and excuse me, and Lady Powder were all completely paralyzed. You all intervened, had a short conversation with him. He escaped while you were fought by a rebel cell led by Fishbowl. They were defeated, although not without some struggle and almost death on somebody's part. on multiple people's part, but one person in particular. Zunir Lockliar, once freed, immediately began chasing down Unipo with Jay hot on his heels. Everybody else immediately locked up Fishbowl, who was still alive, and moved to the other fire that they could see coming from the house of the Isle Lord. Upon entering the house, you found surrounded by dozens and dozens of corpses of bugbears, a few ogres, the barely breathing body of the Isle Lord, who was subsequently slain by an invisible monstrosity that you had previously come upon. You came back, you gathered there was some, light torture at the law house of Fishbowl to find out what he knew, where you discovered that he was merely a pawn in a game. Him and the rebels, really, were merely a pawn in the game of, the game that somebody certainly is playing. You just got done interrogating him. Yeah, light in quotations, exactly. You just gotten done interrogating him, and now I believe you're still at the law house, unless I'm mistaken. So, it's up to you guys. What are you doing right now?
I feel like Stormy's still just playing fetch with Gale with a little ball.
Alright, Stormy's still playing fetch with Gale. Cool.
If I remember right, the last thing we did was Jay actually stormed out.
Yeah. Let's see what time of day is it.
Everything having happened, it's maybe 5 in the afternoon. It's later.
Alright. Jay is going to go over to Fish's Head.
Okay, alright. Yeah, you head over to the Fish's Head. Is anybody going with him, or is anybody going anywhere different?
I'll come with him just to keep him safe.
Okay. Yeah, you two are heading.
I just turned Airtos and go.
Yeah, but Stormy's gonna stay close to Airtos because he's the only one who's had a legit conversation with him so far.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
Just sticking close to him.
Okay, yeah, you guys all head out to the Fish's Head. It's a quiet night. Normally there would at least be 1 or 2 guards patrolling some homes, and the streets are just empty. It is silent and it is a bit eerie. But it's not quite night yet. There's still some sunlight, so it's not like spooky, just really, really silent when normally there's noise. So yeah, you walk over to the Fish's Head. You are met by the welcome sight of Gerald tending the bar, while his barmaid.
Gerda.
Hello?
I wrote it down. It's Gerda.
Yeah, Gerda.
Sorry. I was excited that I remembered it.
Oh, you're good.
Be excited, please.
Yeah, no, I love the excitement. It's great. So yeah, alright, so yeah. He just looks up and just goes, "Oh, howdy. You guys are back soon. Do you guys want a drink, or what you guys got going on?"
I want a bottle, please.
Yeah, of course. Reaches below, pulls out a bottle of what looks to be some rum, some mid-grade rum.
I'll put 3 gold on the table.
Looks at it, gives a little nod, and just sweeps it into a little pouch. Oh, thank you kindly.
And I will take the bottle, and I'm going to leave.
Okay, you're just leaving. All right. He looks a little confused, like, "Oh, all right, well, I'll keep your rooms clean for you. Still got them for a little while. Can I get anything for the rest of you, or?
We all ended up going there, correct?
That's what everybody said. Yes.
Okay. I'll look at him and I just say, just a glass of whiskey and like some stew if you have any stew. You know, that might be nice.
Kind of looks back over towards the kitchen. I can whip something up pretty quick. Pours you a glass of whiskey, goes back, starts chopping up some vegetables and whatnot. Yeah, he's now at work cooking.
Stormy's going to walk over to Ilya and be like, "Is the stew any good? Like, I haven't been in here yet."
I've had this stew pretty much like every day because I need like the softer food, and I think it's very good. He salts it just nicely, puts a little bit of pepper in it, and it's perfect. Also, if you're interested, you should be sure to get some of his very good bread.
What's bread?
She looks so confused when you say that.
I listen. I spent a lot of time at sea. Certain things don't get like stored for long periods of time with moisture.
You don't have hardtack?
Like the crackers?
Yeah, okay, so it's like that, except not hard as a stone. Imagine hardtack, but it's fluffy.
I'll have to see it to believe it.
She turns to Ertos. This guy doesn't know what bread is. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can. I can believe that. It's okay. We'll get you some bread and you can try it.
Okay.
Drew, did you say Jay is leaving, like out the front door?
Yep.
I would, if not follow, at least watch where you go.
Are there windows at the front, Traveler?
There's windows at the front, yeah.
And if not, I'll just poke my head out and watch where he walks.
Jay's gonna start to, Jay's gonna start to make his way down, but the moment he gets like past a crowd, or I guess there's no crowds or anything, the moment he turns a corner, he's going to pop a disguise self.
Okay. Who are you disguised selfing as?
Mycelio.
That would be funny. No. One of the human ship hands that was on, or like, I don't want to say Uncanny Valley, but you know those AI generated, like, these are not real people, that website that generates faces of people that are not real?
Yeah.
Adjacent of, like, maybe the long lost brother of one of the people that was working on the ship that we went to cross the sea with.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
And he's going to make his way down, and let me mark up the spell slot. He's going to make his way down to the dock where he lost. So like, yeah, like down here.
Yep.
Where he lost Udipo and encountered whatever it was in that cloak.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah. What's everybody else doing while he's doing this? Are you all staying at the bar?
I am, but mostly because she feels Jay needs a little bit of alone time.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here chit-chatting with my new friends, trying to get to know everybody.
Okay. Is there anything specific anybody wants to do while you're at the bar?
Actually, Stormy is going to try to get Gerald's attention.
Okay. Looks over there and just goes, "Oh, what can I do for you, you fine fellow?"
Can I just? How much are your drinks? I don't have much as far as spending money on me. What do you have that's cheap?
Well, I take. I mean, I got this, and he pulls up a keg. He pulls up a small keg. It's not great, but it's only 2 whole coppers a mug. So,
Can I get one?
yeah, of course. Pulls over a tankard, pours it out, puts it down in front of you. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Thank you. He's just gonna very shyly reach in his pocket and try to find the 2 copper, and then puts it up on the counter.
Yeah, takes it. It's just like, thank you, I appreciate it. You are you friends with these ones?
Are we friends, or are we more like colleagues? I'm looking at Ilya and Ethos and like
Acquaintances that may or may not become friends, depending on how relationships work out.
yeah.
Connection of circumstance, but maybe
What she
friends?
said. What she said.
All right. Just curious.
And Stormy, if whatever you want to drink, I'll pay for it. You just let Gerald know, and I got you.
You sure?
Oh yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. Thanks. Can I get some of this bread they were talking about and the stew?
Oh well. Give me 2 seconds. Goes back into the kitchen. Comes back out with 2 heaping bowls of stew. Lots of potatoes, carrots, and leeks with maybe some like ham in there. Sets them down in front of you too. What kind of bread do you want? You want rice, sourdough, white, wheat, multi-grain? I got some almond bread. We got some bananas in from the cook. I can even make you some banana bread if you want. I know this guy. He's teaching me how to make zucchini bread. I've got some of that, but it's still experimental. What you want, man? What you want? Pumpkin even?
Stormy just is like flabbergasted that there's so many choices. And he just looks at Yrsa and he's like, you pick?
Gerald, that's gonna be a little too much for our new friend here. Whatever you think is your best bread.
He's only ever had hardtack.
You already know I got that sourdough. Slaps his hands together and starts bustling back into his kitchen.
Oh, I'm going to use that every time I make a sourdough sandwich now. That was gold.
Oh, please do. So yeah,
I've worked in a lot of kitchens, so that hit home. Sorry, go ahead.
So yeah, he comes out like maybe 10 seconds later with a warm, not like steaming, but a warm sourdough bread. Sets it down in front of you, sets down a bread knife, and lays out a small block of cheese. Just sits there and just goes, all right, this one ain't best eaten by itself, but a little bit of this and a little bit of that should set you right as rain.
Stormy, again, just looking flabbergasted at the stuff on the table, just very shyly takes a piece of bread and butter and like smears it, and his face lights up, like to the point he was just like, Gale, you got to come out here and try this. Like normally he tries to keep her hidden, but he's like, this is life changing. So I rolled to see if he would like it, and I got a 20, so a nat 20 for it. So he is obsessed with bread now. And Gale actually sticks her head out of the backpack and kind of like gets underneath the cloak a little bit and is like just sticking her head out. And I'm feeding her and eating the bread, and I'm dipping it in, like getting different cheeses and jams and all the things he's got on the table. Just going to town.
Yeah. He looks at her for a minute and goes, I'd say that is what looks to be some sort of small reptilian creature. I'm glad to see she enjoys bread rather than my flesh. Is there anything else?
She's a big iguana. Big iguana. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know what an iguana is, but good for you.
He just puts his head down and starts eating. everything in sight.
All right. Yeah, he continues going about his business. Just kind of starts mopping and such. So if nobody else has anything, Jay, we're gonna go back to you. What are you doing as you're heading back towards this pier?
Well, Horde said that the dagger assembly will be ready in the morning, so that's a tomorrow project. Just gonna really, he just go and as he's walking, now that he's disguised himself, he's just gonna walk through town, as he's making his way down through to the dock, just gonna start drinking, and pretty hard too.
Okay, yeah.
And when he makes his way down to the dock, just gonna sit there and try to think back into what he saw. Think back to the entire way that Zunir reacted. And just go back in his mind about the way things could have been different. Because most of this specific mess could have been avoided if Jay just burned all of the spider dog cocoons. If he just burned them all. Never have had to deal with Unipo. Never have had to deal with
Unipo.
Any of that stuff. It would. Jay is now mentally scarred, physically disfigured. He feels he's a little bit farther on his goal. He's stronger. He's not stupid, but he knows he's not ready. But it's definitely good steps forward. And just gonna go out to the edge of the dock and sit at the edge of the dock, facing out towards the sea, towards where that ship sailed off to, and finish drinking, and then sit there till it's quite dark. Make his way back eventually, but not for a while.
So, are we going to... I imagine we'd be doing this tomorrow. Are we gonna set sail to the next location?
That's always an option, right? The thought is either we go to Bukata with whatever his name was, but I think he's still like a few days off from leaving, if I remember correctly.
That should be 4 days right now, I believe.
Yeah. So we have that as an option. Or we can finally, if they're still there, go kill all them gnolls. If
that is an option.
That's interesting to part of the party. But I think that's a conversation for the morning more than likely.
Okay. So you all who are in the tavern, it's getting dark. Sun's slowly starting to sink, and before your friend Jay comes back, because you said you're staying there until it's quite dark, and you hear the clop clop of a familiar large humanoid entering the tavern as Good old Zunir Lockliar walks in, sword and dagger on his hips, looking just exhausted. Like if a cow's eyes could droop, they're drooping. kind of looks at the four of you a little blearily and just goes, "Where in the hell is your talkative friend? He said he wanted to know stuff."
He's taking some personal time.
Yeah, he went
He's
on an
brooding.
evening constitutional.
Well, I suppose good for him. I mean, I got pretty close to dying today from what I saw, so I suppose that does make some men think about things for sure. Gerald, you get me the usual, and Gerald pulls a whole bottle of whiskey and slides it to Zunir. Thank you. Pops the cork and kind of raises the bottle in your guys' direction. I do appreciate y'all's help today.
Of course, we're always here to help. Well,
You,
not always here, but right now we're always here.
Anything to help out.
I'm glad
I
you
don't know what. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's fine. He just kind of turns to Mickey and says, "Anything for Powder." He just goes, I overheard Lady Powder talking about you. She reckons you are the most fascinating automaton this side of the dragon spines.
Mickey's
Is
just
that-
gonna beam with pride.
All the rest of the automatons are on the other side of the dragon's spine. He's the only one on this side.
I'm still happy about it, mate. I don't care.
Circumstance or not, let's go.
So, yeah.
I think the W's where I can get them.
What information were you gonna give Jay? You could give it to us, and then we'll relay it to him.
Oh, takes a when I say big, I'm talking like half of a bottle draining swig of liquor and just goes, "Buddy, that is a all or nothing kind of conversation that I'm still gonna wait for your friend to have."
Oh, that's nice of you. I get the feeling he would not wait for us to have that conversation with you, but I respect your patience.
Patience, sure. Let's call it that.
Are you and Lydia doing well, though? All things considered.
Yeah. I mean, Lydia's just happy that her sponsor and all that turned out okay. I mean, that was her main worry at the beginning, and she seems all right now. Physically, we don't seem too harmed, really. Just froze us in place.
Well, it's good that you're okay overall.
Yeah, I appreciate your concern. You guys, I mean, I noticed y'all got a little banged up in that whole hitherto and such. Anybody, any of y'all need something, or?
Like what?
I don't know, just anything, really. What do you
did-
need?
Did your
I
secretary
haven't
ever show up?
gotten today yet.
Yeah, she did finally show up. She'd run off quite a ways, but eventually, once it was clear that there was no more violence happening, she peeked her head back in. Yeah.
I meant to look for her, but I got distracted. But I'm glad she's also okay.
Well, it was certainly a distracting day.
A little bit.
Oh, you know what? This is more of a question that I have. It's not anything you can give me. I guess information. I don't know. What's gonna happen to Fishbowl?
Well, considering the Isle Lord isn't around to pass judgment, the highest-ranking individual, that being Lydia at this moment, is past the judicial responsibilities. She'll see what she can get out of him, and then they'll execute him. I mean, he's got the marks to show that he's too dangerous to put on a collar, so they'll probably be hanging him somewhere. I don't know. Should only take a couple weeks. Or maybe they'll want him down in Vodny, you know? Maybe the military brass and whatnot will want to crack at him before that happens. I really don't know. There's reports that, I mean, me and Lydia have spent all day writing, well, the rest of the day, rather, writing reports. So we're just kind of waiting to see what, we're just kind of waiting to see what the noble council says about it and continue on from there.
Mickey's gonna ask, who's taking over the Isle Lord position?
Well, in her own not so subtle way, Lady Powder, I believe, is insinuating she wants to try and put Lydia up for the job.
Fucking knew it.
But the issue with that is that while she's got her own reformist in such ways, there's at least as of right now, the law still clearly states the non-soulborn can't hold any lord or land titles. So the issue comes there that if a new one is appointed before her whole reformist wave is complete, or whatever the hell that looks like for her, it'll just be whoever they pick, really. Some people are sent here as a punishment because they failed. Some people are sent here as a form of retirement. We've been through a lot of Isle Lords.
Jesus. Well, I just want to say I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Well, yeah.
I fucking called it.
Well, yeah, obviously.
How often do you go through an Isle Lord? If you're saying that there's been a lot.
I mean, I've been here for 12 years now, and that was our third. We're going to be moving on to our fourth here soon.
Man.
And considering how long,
I wouldn't want the position, I can tell you that. You're 3 and 12 years? Yikes.
considering how long Soulborn live, I mean, this is the first one that's died on us. Don't get me wrong. The others just kind of, go back to their family estates when they realize that there's no raising their positions from here, and they just quietly go home.
So they're sent here to be forgotten.
Yeah, that's the gist of it, yeah.
Huh.
Who would you want to be Isle Lord?
I mean, I've been working with Lydia for a long time now, and 8 on years now, I think, and I mean, we get along well enough. I wouldn't mind her. I don't really know any Soulborn, so if it ain't her, if it is a Soulborn, I don't really care. Just maybe somebody who's a bit more, competent than our last one at things that aren't hacking at people with a sword.
If she did become the Isle Lord, circumstances going that way, would you be taking over the guard then, or would she do both?
Oh, you mean as the law keeper?
Yes.
I suppose I could take that position. I mean, it's up to her to appoint. It would be up to her to appoint the law keeper. So if she felt that I could do the job, then she would. If she felt that she wanted to keep her kind elevated the way they have, she could, just put up one of her cousins. I don't know.
Okay.
How did you get the job that you have now?
Well, the captain of the guard kind of fell into my lap, is more of it was. I kind of drifted in here about 12 years ago, was penniless, kind of had a streak a bit like you, where there was some troubles around town that I managed to make go away, and, well, let's just say I had the skills my skills got me noticed, my name got me more noticed, and eventually I just became captain of the guard. Kind of happened. Wasn't really a plan that I had.
But,
Hey, grabs himself a second bottle real quick.
Is that like an appointed position as well, or?
Well, that one isn't appointed by the Isle Lord. That is one that's actually voted on. At least here, it's voted on by the guardsmen. It's the the one they trust. It's the one they trust to lead and protect them should things ever go wrong around here, which I can agree with. So, I got made to go. They made me an investigator at first. I was the chief investigator here, and then when the old, captain retired, they voted me in.
That's kind of cool. This has no bearing on any larger, thoughts I had. I just wanted to learn about you because I feel like we haven't asked you questions about yourself.
I mean, it's been nice. I enjoy you. What about you? Oh boy. I know. What about
It's okay
you?
if you don't know my name.
Don't be ridiculous. Ill. Help me out here.
Yeah, you got it. That's good enough.
Yeah, his name is Ill.
Oh wait, no, you can at this point, especially with the way he's moving, the way he's talking right now, you can tell the alcohol's starting to get to him just a little bit. No way. You're the ill one, and he points to you, Ilya.
Yes, I'm Ilya. Hello.
Yeah, and you're Berto?
Yep, Berto.
Sure is now.
Yep.
I am looking at Berto and just
Good job.
trying not to giggle.
He kind of slumps back. He kind of slumps back in his stool a bit and just goes, "Well, what about you, Berto? What's your story? How'd you come to these isles?"
I think Berto falls quiet, because he hasn't really thought about that today, and that sort of pulls him back to focus on searching for his family. And he's gonna pull out the scroll case that he took off the lizard person, and he's gonna open it because he hasn't opened it. He wants to know what's in it.
All right. So you open it up, and it's not a super big piece of paper. Actually, make me a nature check real quick while you're unrolling this.
Nature.
First roll of the night.
All right. Big +1. Let's see what I get.
Or survival. This will also work as a survival.
That's so much better. Thank you. +6. Natural 2, so 8.
This doesn't appear to be paper. It appears to be some sort of dried out skin. You can't tell what it is.
Okay.
And as you open it up, something appears to have almost been tattoo style inked into it. There is words written in Draconian above a. Well, it is rough because it's inked into some sort of skin. What looks to be a very crude drawing of the sword that you now carry.
Oh. And what are the words written down?
It's three. There's simply 3 words: "Seek the Fang," and then there's some sort of stylized. What appears to be a serpent. Oh, I'm trying to think about this way. Do you know what the Ouroboros is, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, with a style, just a very fancy stylized Ouroboros etched into it and etched into the side.
Interesting. Okay. He'll put that away and he'll turn back to Zunir and be like, I'm looking for my family, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one that we ran into in the law house. That wasn't your family. That was one of yours.
I'm fairly certain it wasn't. I'm gonna feel real bad if it was, because I killed him. So.
That's fair. Let me think. Lizard folk. I mean, shoot, we had some roll through here about 5 months ago, but they're all gone. I don't remember where they went.
How many?
I want to say there was 5. I only ever saw 5, but I never saw them all together at the same time, so...
5 is a bit too many, but I guess they could have found other people. You didn't happen to get any of their names, did you?
Names. Yeah, the lead. Oh, yeah, the one who did most of the talking. I said his name was Kothar.
Motherfucker.
I don't know, man. It was a while ago. They were only here for 3 days.
Did Kothar by chance say what she was here for or what she was doing?
Said they were looking for something. I couldn't tell you. They'd been on Hearthstone for a while looking, I guess, but they'd finally found evidence that it wasn't there like they'd previously thought. So they came looking here. I don't know, man. They were pretty close. I mean, they were a pretty tight-knit group, mostly talked in their own language and kept to themselves. Yeah.
And did they, you didn't, I can't imagine they told you where they were going after this.
No, couldn't even tell you what ship they hopped on. They were just here for a few days. The only reason I talked to them so much is because, I mean, I'm the captain of the guard, and lizard folk, no offense, considering all the killing and eating, have tend to make people nervous, so I had a brief conversation with them when they rolled into town.
Of course, no offense taken. We are known for the eating and the killing.
Yeah. So, yeah, I I had a short conversation, told me they were looking for something. They just said they were seeking. That's about it. Wouldn't give me any details on what it was. Figured it really wasn't any of my business because they promised me it wasn't some sort of person. So yeah, I don't know. It's 3 days later. They were gone.
Okay. I don't know how long we're going to be around, but if we are around and you hear anything about them or about other lizard people, would you let me know?
Yeah, got you, man. I'll keep you informed.
Just to let you know, the importance of this for me, not just, you're being friendly. Kothar is my mother.
Oh, shit.
It's possible that it's just another person with the same name, but...
Oh
it's like
boy.
a coincidence,
I don't know any of their... let me think. And he goes on to describe a at least half decent, drunken description of your father as well. Because I don't exactly, I can't see him in your head, so I'll do my best.
I honestly hadn't figured that out either, so.
Yeah. So he just kind of sits there and just goes, he was the other one who seemed to be doing most of the... He never really talked to him, but he seems to be telling the others what to do.
That would check out, because those were probably my 3 siblings.
So. Kind of like sits back and thinks on it. That does make sense. There was some sort of familial... Speaking of it, now don't get me wrong, y'all with the more lizard-like faces are kind of hard to read for me, but there was some sort of familial type of thing going on. I figured they'd just been together for a long time, but hey, actual family, good for them. Why aren't you with them?
Yep, I'm trying to figure that out too.
I'm sorry, I'm a dick.
Oh no, it's okay. You didn't know. I
got Lochliar drunk years ago.
What were we doing? They just one day sort of disappeared. I'm actually kind of relieved that they're not all dead. So, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Sorry I couldn't be more help.
Ah, it's okay. I've got a scent now. It's sort of track them ish.
Well, I wish you good fortune on your endeavors. What about you,
Ilya?
Ilya, yeah. Ilya, what about you? What brings you to you to this part of the world. I mean, nobody comes to the Fingerling Isles unless they're desperate or looking to hide, or maybe both.
Well, you kind of just said both my reasons. I came here to avoid my family. They're, we don't get along after some stuff happened. Family drama.
So I can't say I understand, but at the very least, I'd like to.
Well, they tried to kill me, so
I do understand people trying to kill you. Granted,
So
I never had enough family to try and kill me, but hey, I mean, go figure.
They nearly succeeded, and I came here to go as far as possible, and so I could heal from my injuries.
Oh, that's and he kind of starts motioning to his mouth. That's the reason for. Okay.
Well, part of it.
Gotcha. Well, you know what? That sucks, man. I think I prefer not having a family if my family was a bunch of dicks like that.
You know, when you're the oldest sibling and your younger ones want to prove they're better.
I mean, I understand people want to prove they're better than you. I probably understand that better than anybody else in this room, but
I should mention, just in case, she is lying about that part. She is
that's
lying
fine.
about the reason.
He's too drunk to notice.
I had a feeling. I did want to mention just in case.
Yeah, as a note, this is his general demeanor has always been like he does not miss a thing, and whether it's the day or something else that's going on right now that is doing it, that's kind of gone. Like he could not give a shit at the moment about what's around him right now.
He's got other focuses.
Yeah.
That's fine. But yeah, so I just came here to recover. After the incident, I met my friend Ertos here, and we came here together.
Ain't that sweet? You know what? Friends are good. Friends are good.
Friends are good.
Yeah. All right, Gerald, cut me off. I don't know when this little, I don't know when this little guy is gonna be coming back in through that door, but I need to be at least a little clear-minded for it. Ooh. Hey, Mr. Bluey over here. What about you, man? Your family try to kill you too, or they run away from you too, or where are we at with you?
Give me 1 second. I gotta mute real fast, and I'll be right back. Sorry. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he'll turn to you, Mickey, and just go, I mean, I already know where you came from. I was there when that whole conversation was had. From what I understand, and from what Lady Powder seems to be so perplexed about, is how is it that you can, like, he starts tapping the side of his head, kind of like, think. Most of your kind can't. I'm very curious. She is too, but you know. Little metal fella?
MK3Y models are just better.
Well, sure. Well, you would know more than me, though, but yeah. The second automaton I've seen? Starts kind of like thinking to himself. I don't know, maybe. I'll say it.
Realistically, just so it's known, it's probably due to transmutation magic leaking out into the cerebral cortex, because these have like the automatons have like, the MK3Y models would have like a simple level of intelligence needed so that they could aid realistically in performing tasks, Sort of like how Alexa has like, some level of AI just to help with it properly understanding tasks. And with a bunch of overloaded transmutation magic affecting the cortex, it kind of got boosted quite a bit, and so you get some level of sentience.
Probably.
I'll leave the details up to you, Travler, if you want to add some extra twist to it, but that's the explanation I'm going with.
Don't you worry about what I have planned.
I always worry.
Terror.
Glenn, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, yeah. So he
So
just
he
kind of
go ahead.
So what about you, Mr. Blue Fellow? Did you try to kill your family? Oh wait, no, your family tried to kill you. My bad, Ilya. Or did they? Are you having family issues too? Is that all this is? One big daddy mommy crisis?
Actually, I'm sure. But you seem to know what's going on and a lot of people around here. Do you recognize this? And Stormy will stand up, and very, very carefully, he's going to untie this piece of, like, it looks like almost like ratted cloth that he has around his waist, and it has the symbol on it. Travel, we haven't talked about it yet, but I found what I think it should look like.
Can you send it to me real quick?
Yeah, I can send it to you real quick.
Yeah. Just for my own edification. If it's what you want, then it's what you want. I'm not putting a damper
Well, if
on
it's
it.
something you've already used somewhere else, I don't want to take it. You know what I mean? So
It's also
I was
fair.
going to do it.
No, yeah, I don't have anything for that. No, yeah. He
Yeah.
looks it over and he just goes, "Oh,
And it's faded. It's like sun faded. It's very tattered piece of cloth.
yeah." So he sits there and he just kind of does the drunk squint at it, even though he's like 5 feet away. I mean, it looks familiar.
Really?
Looks at you, looks at you, looks at it. Snaps his fingers for a second, and he just goes, "Hey." He wasn't like you, and he kind of like nods his head towards your skin and hair. He was one of them bird fellows. Era. I don't know. Feathers, wings, whole deal. He came to the pits and he had a little loincloth deal with that on it. Fought like hell for them to let him keep it. I mean, he ended up like everybody else there, but
What do you mean he ended up like everybody else?
I mean, not many people survive the fighting pits of Garport, sorry to say.
Do you know his name?
Couldn't tell you. They threw me in a pit with him and I killed him, and that was the end of our interaction.
Oh. Okay, and I just just put my head down and just kind of go into my own little world for a little bit.
Listen, I'm sorry, buddy. I really wish I had more to give you, but that was.
But it's fine if you saw him and it's familiar to you, maybe somebody in Garport could help me more.
Maybe. I mean, I could tell you.
Wait,
Kind of like almost falls over on his stool for a little bit.
wait, did I mishear? Did Lockhart say he killed him? The friend that he's looking for.
Yeah.
He said he killed him.
It's not really a friend. It's just somebody that had something similar to what I had. I don't know this person.
Okay.
Like, I have no memory of this person. So it's more or less just, oh, he's seen this before over here. Maybe I should go talk to somebody over there now.
So he kind of straightens himself up. He's like, I can tell you though. Donovan. Donovan is the one who gave him to the pits. I don't know if he still works out at Garport, but. Ooh.
I immediately pull out a piece of scratch paper and write down Donovan. In Garport.
Donovan and Garport. Yep. That guy was a mean bastard. I'll tell you that.
just kind of nod, and I said, "I'll keep that in mind."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll say about this time, there's enough time has passed that Jay, you come sauntering through the door to find Lochliar, having already taken down 2 bottles, kind of sitting there swaying slightly, having a.
I looked some contracts to see how I'd fare. Man,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous. I passed every fucking one of them progressively. It was because I did 10, 12, 14, 16, and I passed every single one. Fucking 8.
That trauma keeping you sober.
God damn. Yeah. You see normal Jay walk through the door.
Drew can hold his liquor.
Yeah. Drew can't.
Oh. You see Zunir look over at you, and at least some semblance of seriousness takes over the drunkenness. Alright. Now,
Well, look who it is.
Yeah, it's me. Hey, Gilbert. And and Gerald just goes, "I've known you for 12 years." And he goes, "I'm fucking with you," and pats him on the back with his massive minotaur hand. Shocks him forward a couple steps. I'm gonna need the room for about, just give us about 2 minutes, and then we'll take it elsewhere, depending on the answers and such. So he's kind of, "Oh, yeah, I got it. You got it. Heads back into the room. Alright, so Jay here is saying that you guys want to know what's goings-ons, as it was. But well, here's the deal. And he reaches into his little belt. He reaches into his belt and he pulls out a very small, just exquisitely crafted, what looks to be pure mithril with gold etched dagger, like very tiny, like a 3-inch blade dagger. And he just goes, "This right here, this is what's known." I mean, I maybe it's got a specific name, I don't know. This is what's called the Truth Keeper dagger. If you prick yourself on it on purpose, well, it may work on accident. I don't know if anybody's ever used it on accident. While you hold the blade, any promise, any word, anything you say is completely binding. Not as in, like, you want to break it, instant death kind of binding. So, here's the deal I'll make with you. And he reaches out and he grabs the dagger, and you can see blood start running down his hand. "I will tell you everything that I know about what's going on, the truth, nothing but the truth, and will not attempt to deceive or bullshit you in any way, assuming you swear to keep it to yourselves, except for some very special circumstances." Takes his hand off the blade, kind of flicks his hand a little bit, wipes the blood on his weird shorts that go down because minotaur legs. Shows, right. So, I just warn you, this information and everything I might tell you could get you killed, might get you hunted, might lead to some not good things happening in your life. But, well, flips it over, so he's holding the blade, handle out. Who wants a crack?
Jay's there.
Would this even work with Mickey?
Yes, it would. Above the table, yes, it would. It's not about the blood, it's about the cut.
Yeah, it's and it's magic,
well,
homie.
Important
You
thing,
can't escape it.
Mickey's a construct, not a person.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're.
Well, it might, because, like, charm person doesn't work on Mickey. So I don't know the math behind it.
Wow.
Oh boy. I'm trying to think about.
Yeah, I would count, like, it's similarly to monster. If it doesn't work on things that aren't considered humanoid, then it doesn't work on me.
Well, this is something I homebrewed, so I kind of have to decide.
So guess what? It does.
It works, yeah.
Yeah, get fucked. It works.
For the sake of narrative, fuck you.
Yeah.
It says here asterisk also uses construct arcane energy.
To be fair, would they even bother making it? I'm a construct. You just tell me not to tell anyone, and I'm not gonna tell anyone.
Bro, you have magical powers past what others have. You are an enigma. Lord knows how things work with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jay grabs the dagger and does whatever Zunir does.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not something he does. As you grab it, he just says, "All right. Repeat this phrase. I will not discuss any of the following conversation outside of the presence of a Lochliar." Kind of motions to you.
I promise I will not recite any of this information outside of the presence of a Lochliar.
Takes the hand. It's like, you don't gotta say you. Takes the dagger back. You don't gotta say you promise. It's already a.
Wait,
You know, the words you saying your promise doesn't really matter. Anybody else? Hands up the dagger to you guys.
Mickey will do the same thing. I will
Alright.
not recite any of this information outside the presence of a Lochliar.
Alright, takes it back. Holds it out to the three of you.
Ilya will walk over and repeat. I will not repeat any of this information spoken today, unless in the presence of a Lochliar.
Lizard Man, how about you?
Honestly, I wouldn't do it even without a pact, so I'm happy to make a blood pact with you.
Alright.
I will not repeat any of this information outside of the presence of a Lochliar. I think I added words, I'm sorry.
The gist got across. What about you, Blue Man?
I'm surprised no one has
Well,
tried to trick.
I guess since these guys are kind of my only safety net right now, I'm in, and he grabs the blade and he goes, "What they said." Does that work?
Think so. Fuck it.
Okay.
Put it back in his belt. Alright. Let's get us a little more privacy. And he starts heading up towards the rooms.
Do you think he watches that after every time he does this? Or are we prone to like diseases?
You say that, and Stormy just looks at his hand and just, huh.
As you say that, Mickey pulls out some alcohol and starts rubbing his hands.
Don't you
Yeah, can we have some of that, Mickey?
Nick, don't you have mending? Can't you just fix?
It's not that I'm injured. It's that I'm worried about bacteria.
Can you mend chlamydia? I don't know.
I don't think so. That's not what mending does.
You
It
know,
repairs
I
objects.
think he can.
If anyone
Can I roll a
Mickey
medicine
can.
check to see if this was sanitary?
Sure.
Okay.
Answer's
Hey, you
no.
guys remember earlier tonight when we were talking about how somehow we always end up getting off topic? This
Fuck
is
it.
crazy.
Fuck it, 21.
21. This was not very. Sorry, was the dagger sanitary before or after you all started cutting yourselves on it?
I just meant like, am I gonna get is there a chance I get sick from doing this?
You don't think so unless one of the other of you have some sort of blood illness. But it looked very clean when he pulled it out, and yeah.
Okay, so
She discreetly cast lesser restoration on herself.
if any of us had chlamydia, then we have a problem. But other than that, we're good. Got it.
If any of the people in front of you had chlamydia, then you'd have a
You
problem.
all now have herpes.
Damn, Jay was the smart one by going first.
Nope, I don't. I heal myself.
Oh, you don't. Yeah, you're right.
I remove poisons from myself, just in case.
I was about to say, I have protection from disease. I can just have to sleep before I can stalk it. That's a cleric spell.
Anyway. Yeah, dude.
They're
So, yeah.
paranoia of disease.
So yeah, we heads up there, heads into a room and just kind of leaves the door open. Thuds heavily down onto one of the beds. Well, are you coming or are you coming?
Oh, I didn't know.
Like right
it
now?
started like that.
Like right now, damn it!
Are you?
Man, I need like 15 minutes of like prep time.
Prep time to what? Listen to a story?
Oh, I misunderstood the assignment. I'm sorry.
We
I am
all
looking
made
at
the same
Stormy like he's
joke.
crazy.
We all made the same joke.
Ilya walks past everyone. You guys are pigs, and just walks into the room with Zunir.
Listen, I just can't tell when people are flirting with me or not. Okay, it's hard.
You'll see the hard eyes, Ertos. We've talked about this.
General
Oh,
rule
oh
of
my
thumb,
God.
Ertos, just
forgetting.
assume that they are.
That's what I usually go with, and it has not done me very well. So
No, it won't.
You know, same. Same.
I don't get it, but I'm ready for story time.
Mickey's confused.
Tracks.
So is Stormy.
What are relationships? Mickey doesn't understand those.
Are we
Mickey
killing?
doesn't, or
Are we
Nick
killing you yet, Traveler? Have
Sorry?
we driven you crazy? Have we driven you crazy today yet?
Oh, this is hilarious. I'm
Awesome.
about it.
We'd love to hear it.
So Zunir reaches out, locks the door, flips the dagger out from his belt, and throws it into the floor. And you all get this kind of weird sensation as like, this might be a very off topic. Did any of you ever play? I think it was Infinite Warfare or Advanced Warfare. How they had those mute lines where the sound would just get all weird inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew's
That's
gonna
kind of
want
a,
one of these daggers.
it has kind of a bad effect. You can still hear, but suddenly like there's no echoes. Things seem very muted. It's a bit off. He kind of sits there, rolls his shoulders, yawns a little bit. So, what do y'all know about how the tyranny became the tyranny, or the landmass rather? I don't know.
A giant got killed by a bunch of gods who died doing so, and here be land.
Yeah, you got the essence of it. So, oh boy. Now you have to understand that I am not the most important Lochliar. I do not know everything. I was not given all the information, but I'll tell you. I promise I'd tell you what I know, and this little thing's gonna kill me if I don't. So, from what I know, the exact reasons are unknowns to me, but one of them gods, way, way back when, didn't die per se. Well, he did die, but for whatever reason, his consciousness, his body remained. The others, they died because they channeled all sorts of divine, whatchamacallit, whomagizes. And essentially, from what I understand, imploded. It was some sort of, sacrificial play, which I can respect. But, yeah, here, he died, but his body didn't implode like the rest of it. Just his head or just certain parts of his brain did, leaving him with a massive hole in his skull and his, I don't know what you want to call it, essence, spirit, Umshkilla, whatever, floating around the Earth. Well, not the Earth, but the planet for, from what we know, millions of years. Nobody really knows how long the world was just engulfed in fire and storms right after the Defiler was killed. So he wasn't really much of a problem for a long time. Even when the first, even once everything calmed down, and the first of the Soulborn lot of, came about. Well, I mean, nothing much happened. I mean, his consciousness was rolling around, but that's about it. Then came the then came the War of Superiority. You see, we had all sorts of people fighting for all sorts of things. You had the Soulborn were subjugating one race after the other. My kind and the more monstrous races all fled to Tailspine, or the Tailspine. Where's Tail? Right, Spine Tail. The dragons took their pound of flesh. The scaled folk went off their way south. But what the Tyranny doesn't like teaching, and what not many people know, is that the Soulborn actually almost lost that one. You see, the issue was that for whatever reason, while they may worship him all they want, the Defiler, the giant the Soulborn came from, he wasn't no god. And all the different gods chose other races during the War of Superiority for themselves. Not necessarily the races, you know. I mean, humans and elves alike can worship the same things, but the gods started supporting the people, the common folk, if you will. So, well, the tyranny weren't losing, but they weren't exactly winning either. So the very first tyrant decided to go off looking for something, some way to even the playing field. And chasing him across the world and across this corpse that we call the continent, well, there went, or so it goes at least, 7, or was it 8? I believe 7. Yeah, no. Can I sit there and think for a moment? Yeah, 7. 7 champions of most of the gods. For reasons unbeknownst to us, the Wanderer never chose a champion. They were blessed, divinely chosen. I don't know. I wasn't there. It's just a story. And they all, you know, they weren't all clerics, don't get me wrong, but they were all the followers and the wielders of divine might handed down from the gods, so to speak. So this tyrant, he happens to find the body of this dead god. You know, and I mean, apparently, millions upon millions of years of being alone and never speaking or interacting with another soul does things to a consciousness, a soul, a mind, whatever you want to call them. So, when this soulborn touched this corpse, this still fresh corpse, the second he touched this thing's blood, I don't know, some sort of transformation. A small part of this godly essence went into him. The only problem is the god's brain and perception immediately took his over and shattered any semblance of what he called a mind, essentially, turning him into some warped and whatever. I don't even know what to call it. Some sort of abomination. Now, there were the 7. Now, facing off against the this abomination was the 7 champions of the gods, and a single young I want to say, who was he again? Oh no, he was a centaur. That's what he was. He was a centaur, not a satyr. My bad. A single young centaur by the name of Lochliar. Long story short is through this epic battle, full of all sorts of heroics, I'm sure, the abomination was destroyed, but so was every champion of the gods, leaving only this young centaur boatsman who took him to Mindstone. Oh, it's all happened in Mindstone, by the way. I don't think I ever told you all that. So, shit, I should have asked for mine. This young Lochliar, inspired by the deities, good and bad alike, somehow used these. I don't know. You somehow used the last vestments of these divine keys to form some sort of bubble, some sort of barrier. I've never seen it in person, so I couldn't tell you what it looks like. Around the excuse me, around the corpse of this dead god. So yeah, that's a thing that happened. And then he scattered the divine keys because supposedly they're the only way to get into it. And then he founded our order, the Order of the Lochliar. Watch over and essentially just watch. That's our whole deal. We don't interfere in politics. We don't interfere in oh shit, how do you say? The events of the world, rather. Our sole purpose is to, well, at first it was just to keep him locked in there. Then 200 years ago, give or take, there was there was the uprising, the original rebellion that started this whole thrall deal. It got everybody going, turned this whole continent into a soup of slavery and repression, which I can't imagine was good before, but it's certainly not good now. Not the best place to be now. No. Sorry, that's me. My voice is just getting really bad. So, after oh boy. That young noble soulborn, the one that was attempting to become the new tyrant despite the fact that it wasn't in his blood to do so, essentially. Well, he, following old stories and whispers of power on Mindstone, went a-looking. And Lochliars stopped him for the most part, or at least him and his, rebellion and army. We managed to stop him before he got there, but the one who started it all, Soulborn, whose name both we and the Tyranny have purged from existence, managed to get to this bubble, this dome, this whatever you want to call it, that separates that dead god and his dead power and his insanity and bloodlust from us. And he, legend has it, we don't know if it's true, he only landed one hit on this barrier. With all the power of a noble soulborn and all the power that he could muster, he landed one hit. Not enough to... oh boy. Ding, or... supposedly it was just enough to crack it. Not a big crack, but a crack with a few shards of this stuff coming out. And was apparently just enough to let a leak through, considering we've been finding evidence of, the blood popping up recently. So, from what I remember and from what I've been told, I suppose they could have been lying to me. I don't know. There's 6 shards. 6 shards of this barrier that were completely soaked in the blood and power of this dead god. You see, normally, when coming into contact with the blood of oh boy. Normally when coming into the blood, it does things to a mind. The original Soulborn who shattered it, all those Lochliars and his small army he took to Mindstone, they all became something else. They some sort of live in but not live in entities who essentially hunt for life wherever they can find it. They refuse to stray too far from the barrier, but they infest a lot of Mindstone. If you've ever heard about people going missing from the center, that's why. So anyways, they they did that, but one poor slave or somebody, we still to this day don't know exactly who, managed to get those shards out off of the island. Now when you're holding one of the shards, it's not like when the blood infests your mind. You aren't immediately oh shit, what's the word I'm looking for? You are not immediately taken to... Your mind isn't completely driven insane. The only account that we have from somebody who's held one of these shards that the Lochliars have managed to nab was it's like a whisper in the back of your mind. You're corrupted slower. But more and more of this God's conscience comes through these shards. So ever since we found out that it's been going on, we've been trying to track down these shards. I mean, we've been looking for the last 500 years. We found one, finally tracked one down about 20 years ago in, yeah, 20 years ago. Found it in the possession of a slaver in Garport. That's where they found me during the whole... They found me during the whole deal, the Lochliars did. Inducted me, and considering my substantial skills in certain areas, I was sent here to the most out-of-the-way corner of the tyranny that anybody could think of to keep it safe. Until our little badger friend fucking stole it.
Well, we have also pressing issues with the blood. Remember, guys, that blood, I bet... How much you want to bet that blood is exactly what I think everyone here thinks?
Didn't we touch it, though? Like, I felt like we touched it.
No, we poured it into a bottle.
Did we?
We might have...
Huh.
All I know it was used.
Didn't we have somebody test it and they said it was just human blood and like other animals?
No, that was the
weird rat. That was the weird rats. The blood drop. Okay. Trust me, I was very careful to ask anybody if they wanted to go touch the blood that came out of those wolves.
Well, that's fair.
So I'm above table. I think we should tell him about what happened. Oh, he's gonna care.
If that's what you think Mickey would do, go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Can we relay the events that happened in the tower and that what's going on with the genetically modified using blood likely of whatever the fuck that thing is? The god, the old god.
Hold on. So he. So. But he has just a little bit more to say. He didn't take a break. I just took a break because my throat hurts right now. So he just keeps telling his tale, following from right there. Tell your badger friend stole it. See, something
badger friend.
kind of gives a little chuckle. You see, normally we know where these people are because I mean. The corruption is slower, but they're still corrupted. They still go insane, and at some point or another, they end up completely just, for lack of a better term, melting down. They don't... At some point or another, it takes their mind so spectacularly that they go rampant. The power and insanity of the dead god just erupts. They have no choice. But that usually would happen every once in a while. We'd go to that, we'd put them down, and we can never find the shards still. They always seem to have enough presence of mind to... The conscience of this insane god would make sure to pass it along. It seemed to know we were hunting it somehow. Until about 20 years ago. It was... There's a lot of things that happened among them. We finally managed to get one of the shards. That's also when this particular brand of rebellion, kicked itself off. I mean, there's been a billion rebellions, but in the last 20 years or so, that's when the very first bit of conflict came about, and well,
The question is, according to what you described, the tyranny kind of helped crack the barriers. So why do they help the tyranny?
huh?
Yeah, because didn't the tyranny help crack the barrier? So why help the tyranny? Because it's the
No,
Soulborn
no.
that.
So sorry. Backtracking. This was in the original lore document I sent you. 500 years ago, there was what's called the Free Folk Rebellion. That was when a noble soulborn, not a member of the tyrant caste, but a member of the noble caste, recruited a bunch of lessers and normal folk against the tyrants. That is who cracked the barrier, not the tyranny.
Oh.
Not an official member of the tyranny, a rebel soulborn who wanted to move up in the world, essentially. And he just kind of, oh, yeah. I figure, as far as we know, maybe your friend, I don't know, but definitely, he turns to you, Jay, whatever the hell that thing was that stopped us when we were trying to track down your badger friend, are definitely a shard bearer. And I just had to report that after finally getting a shard, after hundreds of years of looking, it got lost on my watch, so...
You're having a great day.
Yeah, you could... did you say that out loud, or...?
No.
Oh, so he just had to check, so he definitely would have had some sort of reaction. So he just goes, so, before I go back and start drinking more, are there any questions?
We might have something related to what happened. So,
Okay.
who has the ichor? Does Mickey have it? The blood?
Either me or you. I assume
Well,
because
Mickey is going to pull it out of your pockets if you have it, but if I have it, I'm just going to take it out. So same result.
At this point, Jay was probably going to also inform.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
no, more than
we
likely, Jay will just take out the vial and show it to Lochliar, hand it to him, and then
Grabs
look
it.
over to Mickey.
Yeah, and then I'll inform him about the events of the tower, kind of like pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Similar to how we told Powder. I'll detail more that we knew that there was like a plan apparently by the what's his name, the Hell Surgeon, to do this.
Oh, yeah, I personally, well,
And that it's on dragons, and that one of those dragons is now escaped after killing a soul.
As you're sitting there, he's just kind of like, there's just a lot of shock. Like, there's just pure shock. He just kind of sits there and is like, yeah, I need to drink more. Son of a bitch. Okay, so, you're sure it was the Hell Surgeon?
Yep. Said so in the diary, and the comms made it pretty clear it was almost certainly the Hell Surgeon.
if you'd like. This is the first time Jay's said anything through it at all. This might help you confirm, and I will take out the skull. I'm sure there's...
Just kind of holds the skulls. He just goes, so this is this, appendix you told me about?
Yep.
I'm not one for magical practicing myself, but I have to imagine there's somebody in our order who is. Alright, do you mind, you still want to keep a hold of this, or?
You can make more use of it now than I can.
Yeah, fair enough. Kind of tucks it into a pouch. So yeah, what kind of questions do y'all got? What else you want to know? I told you everything I can think of. If you got anything that you want, I can Try. I don't know. We'll see.
Basically, I'm Mickey's gonna ask. Is the Lochliars with powder? Are they siding with powder?
The Lochliars are independent. We're widespread enough that the tyranny knows that we're a thing. They've never really known what our purpose is, mostly because the only way anybody gets this whole story is because a thing is through magical implements like this, and he holds up his little dagger again. But they know we're widespread, and they know we're powerful enough that they tend to just they do our thing, we do ours. They know we don't have any interest in playing politics, so they leave us alone for the most part.
So
But
it
no.
seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, the tyranny will leave any powerful players alone for the most part.
As long as
Is
we're
that
not
above
attacking.
table or below table?
What?
Was
Is
that
that
are you
viewer character?
I'm going to say, this time I will say it's Mickey. Because by this point I would have heard enough that I would genuinely feel that's the case.
kind of just cocks his head back and forth for a second. Well, the issue with relying on slave soldiers to fill out the majority of your army is that while technically through their collars they can order them to fight, they can't order them to fight well. They can't. There's no amount of magical conditioning that's going to replace true loyalty to a cause. So, large-scale conflict is not something that the tyranny's actively seeking at the moment, considering nobody's signing up for the army who isn't, conscripted and collared.
Yeah, and
Except
their
for
army
the-
does not seem to be doing too well either, considering the events we just heard against the lizard folks.
Yeah, that's true.
They might have numbers through slaves, but it doesn't appear they got a whole lot else.
Pretty much all they have is cannon fodder.
Yep.
That is a good word for it. And then occasionally they have a soulborn who will kick ass, but that's even, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Captain always said, a good leader is just as good as the crew. So, I mean, if your army's not willing to really fight to the, the fullest, they're not gonna win.
That's fair.
So, did you only ever have the one shard then, or did more get collected?
We only ever managed to recover the one in 500, roughly, years of searching.
And there are 6 that are known of, correct?
That we know of, yes. We putting together after they went nuclear. After they went nuclear, we know of at least 6 individuals at one time who had them. Maybe there's more, and they just were tolerant longer. I don't know. That's a bit of a tricky. It's a bit of a
Okay.
tricky.
Could all of the shards be put into the same person? Hypothetically? Theoretically?
Truth is, I don't know. We haven't having only recovered the one. We don't know too much about it. I mean, even then, we could only because physical contact is the key to this thing infesting. We can only handle them through very kind of cocked his head side to side a little bit. Very undirect ways. It wasn't worth having somebody go insane and get crazy powerful god magic just to perform a test.
Sure.
So there's
Could the god be
no.
trying to resurrect himself?
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Could the god be trying to resurrect himself?
We don't know. We only, like I said, we have some accountings of journals and whatnot written by these people, right, while they still had some of their sanity left. All they'll tell all that we can really gather is that there's constant whisperings in the back of their mind. Some call him the Hollow One, some call him the Dark One. One called him the the one that we consider to be the most reliable source said that he called himself the insane corpse, which isn't exactly a uplifting name for a deity.
Damn.
A little bit on the nose there.
It sure is.
I mean, I can't imagine that many, I can't imagine a brainless, barely conscious, insane god has enough nuance to name itself something truly, clever?
Did you say that this god was called the Dark One by some people?
It's by some people, sure.
I'm going to look at him and say, so I had a strange dream at one point that I feel was from my own god that did mention this Dark One coming. Now, obviously, that's just a dream from one random Shadarkai, but I've never heard of something being called that before, and now you're saying that this quote dead god is being called that. Maybe be cautious. As well, if you don't mind, I understand if you can't look through it all, right now, but I'll pull out the book I have on the early history of like the tyrant, how he died, and early history on that, and some rumors that we got in the tower. And I'll hold it out to Lochliar and say, if you get a chance, could you look through this and see like what's accurate or inaccurate?
Grabs it, just kind of like kicks his legs back, starts flipping through it while doing his best to keep listening to you all.
What
That's what he's the god of.
what
Also, do you know which god was killed? Which of the gods didn't fully die?
Well, the ones that fully die are the ones that we worship today. This guy's his own.
So we don't know who he would be then.
Nope, not that I know of.
Okay.
What happened to the champions' bodies? That is.
Oh, the champions' bodies. That I don't know. Like I said, I am a member, but I'm not the most important member.
And who were the? You said there were 8 champions.
Seven champions, and then one.
And a Lochliar.
The person who gave him a ride to to Mindstone, the first Lochliar.
Do we know who they were champions? What gods they were champions of?
Let me grab my notebook.
Pull up the lore document.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm pulling up the lore document, except this one's a physical one.
Oh, physical lore document.
No.
We don't have that.
Boy.
This is stuff that I wrote like months ago before we even started. This is when I was first coming up with the campaign. So he kind of stretches back as he just goes, well, yeah, we've got some bait. Sorry?
Pulls out a small pair of glasses and adjusts them.
Yeah.
I wear glasses all the time. I don't need. Actually, that'd be funnier even, a second pair of glasses. But no, so yeah, he just looks at there and he just goes, the twins, Lendis and Fendis, they had theirs. The sisters, the Sunrider and the Undercrawler. The Rotted Serpent had a champion involved, along with the Wind Splitter as well. The only god we know of that didn't take part was the Wanderer. And for whatever reason, the god of choice and, well, conscious, whatever you want to call it, humanity, in a word, didn't seem to take a champion. Or at least not one that we know of or have any recorded history of, and so, yeah.
And you said the champions had vestments from, had
Keys. In the story I was told, and in the way it's told to me, they're each given a divine key.
Right. But we don't know what those were or where they went.
Once again, that's not but my pay grade.
Oh, okay. Someone might know, but
I'm sure there's somebody somewhere.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, I mean, I swore to tell you everything I know, and granted, this may not be the best state to do this in, but everything that I can think of that's important to what's going on right now, I've told you. So, what else you got? What else you got? Any specifics you want to ask me for before I go drown my sorrows more?
Mickey doesn't have any more questions. I don't know if anyone else has anything they thought of.
If you could yourself be anywhere in the Isles, regardless of your job here in the city, if you had an extension, if you had a hand, is there anywhere in the Isles that you'd head now?
In the Isles, like as in the Fingerling Isles.
Yes.
I can't think of anywhere I would go. I mean, I'd want to go check out that tower myself. I definitely want to go do that. Shoot. I don't know. From what they told me, you guys were out at sea. You guys were out at sea. You might have run into it. The Everstorm's around, and I mean, it's got a habit of answering questions for the right folks. But
Excuse me?
Would Stormy know what he's talking about?
make a history check real quick. Actually, history or religion. It's up to you.
Alright. Let me see which ones.
I promise, Travler. After the Lord up, we can take a short break and let you physically.
Religion, I guess I will. Okay. Ooh, I got a 7.
For a total of?
Oh wait, hold on. My dice is showing 18, but it told me 7. I'm using D&D Beyond. I'm just going to re-roll because that was confusing.
Sure. Yeah, fair enough.
fucking did.
Okay, I got a total of 14. 12 on the die plus 2.
So you do remember the Everstorm is a very odd thing in this world. The oldest tales have associated with that you've heard from your past, associate it with the Wind Splitter in some regards. Some say it was summoned during the War of Superiority to help against the Soulworn. Some say it was summoned during the Defilement to help against the giant. Nobody really knows for sure, but it's called the Elder Storm. It is essentially one massive, miles big, long air elemental that, under the right circumstances, there have been records of it interacting with people.
Oh,
Okay.
hey, an air elemental. It's a brethren.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
Do I assume you're related to every robot?
Well, I am kind of related to every robot.
That's not what I meant. You know what I mean.
Oh man.
I mean, if you're asking me whether I would make that assumption,
Nothing better than
Well.
casual racial ignorance. I really don't know. Yes, I do know a lot of robots.
I mean, we might be. I'm not saying that it's out of the question. It's just it was very harsh for you to assume. Anyway, and I'm just go back to eating on whatever's in front of me because we're still sitting at the bar.
No, he went up to our room, but you could have
Oh, I
eaten.
thought
No, you could have taken.
I brought food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy.
Yep.
Um, well,
So are we like a part of the Lochliar order now, or?
It's above my pay grade to induct you. You'll have to take that up with. Yeah, you'll have to take that up with one of the masters, or hell, if you can find him, the Grandmaster would probably do you good too.
We're just like informants, kind of now.
You're just people in the know. I mean,
Cool.
kind of, I guess.
Is it difficult to become a Lochliar?
It's a more of a by need basis. If they have a need of you, they'll induct you. For
Okay.
example, you also have to have a very specific set of skills, which I had proven long before the Lochliars ever found me.
I think Jay wants one of the daggers. I'm gonna be honest.
Jay hasn't said anything.
Are you telling me you don't want one of the daggers?
Maybe.
A dagger that creates a soundproof room and lets you make contracts with people that are forcibly
Well,
binding?
it's two different things. The dagger was the forcible binding.
I
The
thought it was the
belt
same thing.
buckle, like he said, that he activated.
Well,
on his belt.
It's not a dagger.
Oh, it's also.
It's another dagger. He literally threw it into the floor.
Okay, no, then Jay definitely does want one of those. But priorities. Well, assuming that we wanted to chase some more, that leaves us to either try to contact, no disrespect, a Lochliar with higher status.
None taken. I am the bodyguard to a little shard of what looks like ethereal glass. I do not have any, whatever you want to call it. It's about my.
Or we had the Mind Stone.
It sounds like Mind Stone is dangerous because of this
It
thing
definitely
there.
does.
And like,
So-
what's our goal when going to Mind Stone?
Where would be the next Lochliar of higher station?
I mean, I don't know this. I'm just guessing because because Zunir's shard was taken. I have a feeling one might be coming to him, or there might be contact of some sort. So we might just have to, we could wait to see.
I'm assuming this is all out loud, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so he sits there and looks at you and he just goes, well, I can tell you who my immediate superior is. Going to be a Byron Lockliar. He lives in, a little town. Let me pull up the map so I can show y'all. He goes by the name of Byron Lockliar. He lives, that's draw, not pointer. He lives in a little town called Oakenfield. Few miles north of Risco Pertone.
And
Is that anywhere near wow, I already forgot the name of the place. Where the pits are.
Oh.
Garport? Kind of.
Yeah,
It's,
kind of.
It's near Garport.
Similar.
Sorry, I don't have Owlbear up because I'm on using my phone.
So Garport is an island. Is actually on an island, roughly 40 miles offshore, give or take some, of the southern coast, which is in the which Oakenfield is certainly in the southern direction. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Stormy just clocks that.
do you think
Mike makes note of it.
Come to
Sorry.
talk to you after this, or do you think he's just gonna write you back?
Oh, we already had our heart-to-heart conversation.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm
Oh,
so sorry.
well, I apologize for your loss.
I didn't lose nothing. I mean, considering what showed up, they were more concerned about the different things and the idea of some sort of cooperation rather than me actually messing up, but well, still my job. Whether or not it could have been avoided, I should have at the very least died trying to do it.
I mean,
We
so I don't
tried.
mean, yeah, I don't want to sound insensitive to the cause or anything, but we're just a bunch of people. Like, we're just some random Joes, you know? I don't, as much as I think it's noble for us to go to Oakenfield to talk to Byron, what the fuck are we gonna do there? What? Just some random guys being like, yeah, we'll help you in this fight that's way bigger than us?
Well,
Just
I mean,
nodding and pointing at Earthos. Mm-hmm.
it does give us access to some gadgets.
Listen,
Really.
I'm not saying you even have to help. I know you'll keep your mouth shut because you'll die if you don't. And well, this one, he motions to Jay, was quite insistent that he wanted to know exactly what was going on. So now you
Well-
know what's going on.
I guess, do you want our help, Zunir?
I could certainly use your help in some things. There's some things I could have you check out.
I think that that's a fine place for us to start. I don't think us going after someone, like going up to someone higher in the chain is smart right now.
At least necessary.
Yeah, we
I can't head that way. Yep.
Kind of takes a deep sniff in through the nose, ruffles his furry snout for a moment. Let me sober up. Give me a day or two. I'll have a lead on something that's tickling my fancy right now, but I think I'm still a little too. Yeah, let me get drunk tonight. By the morning of essentially 2 days from now, I should have something for you.
No, oh, sure. Take your time. Like, don't get us wrong. I think all of us, especially after what happened today, would be happy to chase down a striped weasel creature for some tasty revenge. But based on, again, the evidence of today, I don't think we're equipped for that right now. So we'd be happy to learn what we can, help you out. Maybe while we wait, kill some gnolls. I don't know.
If nothing, you
Gnolls
putting
are
us to
really you.
work will give us some much needed experience, you know?
be like working out.
I
I'm
think
here to
that
stand
you
for the moles.
All
We'll jump
right.
ship.
All right. Well, he bends over and yanks his knife out of the floorboards, slips it into the sheath at his waist. I'm gonna go get a couple more bottles. I'll see you in a couple of days. We'll talk more then if you have any more questions.
You want to like drink casually together, or do you want to drink alone? Is that the vibe?
Yeah, like you trying to like hang out, you want to chill.
Are we friends
Yeah,
now?
I'll drink with y'all, but it ain't nothing gonna be casual about it. Trust me.
I just meant like no serious talk, you know.
Oh yeah, gotcha. He walks downstairs, and before he's walking in front of you all, and you can all already hear from when he hits the main floor. He just goes, "Hey, give me 4 more of them bottles," and the sound of immediate chugging.
Jesus.
Damn.
He's not here right now.
Dude,
man.
drink drinks.
Mickey doesn't like alcohol. Last time he drank alcohol, it got him sticky.
It got him sticky.
That's what alcohol's supposed to do. Am I right?
Oh gosh.
Depends on who you drink with.
Sticky on the
Oh,
inside or
good lord.
sticky on the outside. It's one of the two.
Oh
I
my
can't
god.
If you do it right, it's both.
Yeah. if you do it
Oh
right,
my
it's
god.
both.
Animals.
Yep. 100%.
You are. Oh god.
You love us.
Oh, I do. That does not mean that you are not animals.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Please,
Fair
I
point.
am a beautiful creature, pure of heart.
Oh,
Excuse me.
We've
that is
we've
Mickey.
spoken.
Mickey's the only one here who doesn't understand torture and sex.
we don't
He's
know
the
that.
purist.
Is that Mickey or
He's
Nick?
a robot. How would he know about sex?
Um,
Actually, no, he would know about reproduction.
yeah.
I love how he just kept going like
Yep.
that didn't what does it just
Exactly.
end?
I am
Just
pure.
ignoring it.
Yep. Just ignoring it.
I mean,
Pretend it didn't happen.
Jay is going
it hurts
to
less
do
that way.
his classic of
Ugh.
grabbing a bottle
Uh,
and heading upstairs.
Oh god. That's
Are you
so
sure we don't want to drink with us? It doesn't have to be the whole night, just like for a little bit.
No, thank you. And if you guys gonna be sticking around, here, and I'm gonna throw over to Stormy because I think I'm the one that had it still. I don't know.
I think so.
Mycelios band of.
No, we're not gonna sell it for money.
And then after,
We paid money for it.
well, hold on. After you said you handed it, you threw it to him.
Yeah.
His face lights up and he goes, "Is this a friendship bracelet?"
And
Yeah,
Are we
that's
going to see a Taylor
as
Swift
he
concert?
as he grabs it, I'll wait. If he says that in the air, I'll wait till he grabs it, and I'm gonna turn around and under my breath, use it. I wouldn't call it a friendship bracelet, more like a useful tool. Have a good night.
I'd call it a friendship bracelet.
No, we wouldn't all. We don't all hear it. It's just to one person, right?
I just did
No,
it to
you-
one. I guess
Oh,
is
is
it's
it a group thing or one person?
You can choose, but it has to be actively focusing, like, "Hey, you," instead of, or you can do it to everybody. It just
yeah,
depends.
that would have been active.
Oh, you have to specify ahead
Oh,
of time.
I will not make the joke that Illy was gonna make then.
Yeah, I will.
Oh.
Can you put it in the chat because I want to know now?
And I will head upstairs.
Well, Airtoast, not knowing that Jay responded, will be like, "Yeah, it's basically a friendship bracelet, but it has other properties."
Sweet.
And he just like very excitedly ties it to his wrist.
So yeah. Yeah, the night goes on. You watch Zunir Lockliar drink enough alcohol to probably render a large elephant impotent, and yeah, the night goes on.
Drunkenly, Airtoast wants to challenge Zunir to a arm wrestling match.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Roll me. He is drunk enough that he definitely would do it. Roll me a strength check real quick.
Dormy's
Are
not
either-
drunk, but he says he's got neck. He's got
Are
winner.
either of us at disadvantage because of drug?
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Big 16.
You're fine.
Hell yeah. Straight roll.
All right, roll it.
Oh boy. You said strength or athletics?
Strength.
That's gonna be an 8.
Yeah, with the 21, you set up, and he sits there, and because he's kind of drunk and is wobbling a little bit, he actually halfway, like, kind of flips you off of the chair a little bit as he slams your hand onto the table and just goes, and then himself tips over off of his own chair and is laying on the floor laughing to himself at the moment.
Airtoast too, on the floor laughing. I knew I wouldn't win.
He just kind of looks at you and he just goes, "I like you, Berto." Oh,
I
damn.
want to go and like Stormy's like setting up the table back up and like is trying to sit back down to arm
Yeah.
wrestle.
He just goes, hold on. It takes him a second to get his balance, but he stands back up, gets in. Roll a strength check.
Come on.
Let's
Roll
see if
the
anyone
dice.
beats him.
Why are you not rolling?
Are you trying to steal your child's luck?
Probably. No, my app's not wanting to roll. Hold on.
Dang, I don't have that problem with physical dice.
Ah.
I know. Somebody want to roll a d20 for me?
Oh, dude, sure, I will. 6.
+3 for a 9.
Well, at a 14, this time it's not quite a wash, but he sits there. There's a bit of struggle for a moment before he just boom slams your hand into it. And this time, instead of falling like the way that he threw his arm, he just falls sideways. He just falls backwards anyways. As he just goes yeah, and puts both his hands up in the air.
Undefeated champion.
Yeah, so he kind
Alright.
of falls backwards and just goes. Oh, it feels good to compete and not kill people.
Stormy losers bracket. You
Yeah.
and me, let's go.
Do it.
Oh god, I rolled so bad. Big 5.
Okay, hold on. If I can get it to freaking work. Somebody that's not either of the last two people roll
Alrighty.
Okay.
for me.
I got a
Someone
7
who
for
doesn't
you.
have
There you
cursed
go.
die.
Hey, let's go, Jay.
Said a 7 plus. You said you got a 7 for me, Jay?
I sure did.
Okay, so that'd be a 10 total.
Doubled my score then. Okay, I guess I'm the loserest of the losers.
No, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna like realize I'm like doubling your attempt, and I'm just gonna back off. So you win. I'm gonna purposely let you win.
I'm gonna insight check that. And
Yeah,
that's
roll me a deception check.
only a 13 insight.
The politics, the betrayal.
I only have a +1 to deception, so 11 total.
13. I thank you for your sportsmanship.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm like rubbing my arm like it hurts.
All right, you're overdoing it.
Not
Okay,
sort of
fair enough,
so
fair enough. Fair enough. Sorry.
Does Gail arm wrestle? She could arm wrestle Nikki. I think they're about the same size.
They actually are, and she does have a stat block.
No.
She hops out and she's like strutting on the table, like look eyeballing Nikki up and down.
I'll do it. Let's roll.
Okay.
That's
Okay, strength check.
Uh-huh.
Okay. 13.
She has a +3 to strength
Oh, what?
and rolled a 19, so 22.
Get
Fucking
roll.
Gail body slams
Holy
Mickey
shit.
through the table.
Jesus. The
not
dragon
quite.
is strong.
Not quite understanding how this game works, the little dragon puts its weird little scaly claw in yours, and then proceeds to actually yank you forwards out of your chair and kind of like throws you a little bit to land on the bar, and then just looks back at you, Stormy, like, I won.
Yeah, I'm just clapping.
We should have had the dragon fight Lochliar. Maybe we would have actually won.
Jay, not Jay, Ertos, you speak Draconic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you actually do here, like, look, I won. See, I won. I pulled him. See, I won.
Yeah, good girl.
Good job. You did way better than I did.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
She just very
anything else?
happily goes back to her little perch that she had.
Okay. Anything anybody else wants to wants to do while this night of drinking is going down?
Ilya actually ended up leaving shortly after they started drinking.
Okay,
Along
fair
with
enough.
Matthew.
Fair enough.
She
Along with Matthew, okay.
because she wanted to take him to the beach to find to try and find crabs.
Okay, roll me a quick nature or survival, whichever you want. Check.
Is it a good
Sure,
idea to bring
absolutely.
a rat near the beach? Can they swim?
Rats
of
can
course
swim.
it can.
All the time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's you said nature or survival?
Well, in salt water, that's
Yeah,
the big
yeah,
thing.
nature or survival.
22.
Matter.
Well, yeah, like you shouldn't bring a dog necessarily near the beach because they might start drinking a lot of the salt water.
It was a sickly sewer rat. I think it'll be fine near the beach.
Nick, have you ever
I
brought a
know.
dog to the ocean?
No.
Well, they figure out
Way
real
too risky.
quick that you can't drink the salt water.
They do.
They figure
So,
out
yeah,
real
you,
quick.
You find some crabs. Wrath, you find some crabs. You guys have a pretty good little time on the beach, you know?
Yeah.
Is there
So
anything you want
everyone's sanity's recovering except for Jalen's.
Is she?
Jay, actually, well, when everybody's ready. If anyone has anything else, that is.
anything else you want on the beach, Ilya?
Is she mostly alone? Like no one else is out?
Yeah, it's just you. There's nobody else on the beach right now.
She would have ended up sitting out there, with her mask off, just kind of sitting on the beach at night for a while, just kind of vibing, doing her own thing, kind of cleaning off her armor, just general stuff.
All right, yeah. So you clean off. You sit there with your mask off for a little bit. Yeah, you're free to go back whenever. Jay, you said you had something.
Jay is, after finishing that extra bottle, Jay is going to attempt to take out one of his normal daggers he has and a gold piece, and he is going to attempt to scratch in the symbol of Lendis into his coin because he gave away his other real Lendis coin.
So yeah, the symbol of Lendis. Now that I have all this stuff, it's a single eye, like a human-looking eye that is split, like with a crack down the middle, and then is like ever so slightly offset. So that would be a bit tricky. To make me a general dexterity check at disadvantage because you're drunk right now.
Sure thing. Yikes. All right. Luck.
Okay.
Because it fits.
Jay drunkenly uses all of his luck.
And that is the last one. Not that it matters. Dexterity check?
Yep.
Check. Oh, wow. That was 11?
Okay. I mean, it looks.
Crunch.
You can mostly tell what it's supposed to be.
Looks like a child drew a semi-decent duck.
Yeah.
You can.
sure.
There's definitely two halves of an eye, and it's definitely there, but
He drew the letter I instead.
it could be done better.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. Anything else anybody wants to do tonight?
Apply the group for therapy sessions. They might give us a discount if we apply as a group.
I don't know. A lot of therapy.
What do you think we're doing right now? This is alcohol therapy.
Yep.
Alcohol and beach therapy.
Yeah.
I don't believe that's
What
one of. Let me check these psychiatric books.
Fairly
Oh,
certain.
it was
beach
in there in the
therapy
Dark
is actually
Ages.
helpful.
Yeah. A bottle of liquor and a sharp object? Fuck yeah.
What could go wrong?
Nothing
Besides everything.
Details.
See, that's only one thing. Only one thing can go wrong. Everything.
Right.
Fair point. Fair point. I'm gonna live my life like that from now on.
NJ's gonna pass out on the floor.
Okay, Mickey is gonna go to his bed after looking at Jay kind of pass on the floor and just kind of like going. Ugh. I imagine there's like some vomit on Jay, even if it's just like a little
Jay
bit.
can hold his
Mickey-
liquor. He's just
Let's say, as a side note, Stormy wasn't like drinking. Like he had like one, but he was mostly sticking to water because he didn't want to spend all of Irthos's money, so he's just trying to stay cheap.
It's fine.
Okay.
Ertos was trying to keep up with Zunir for a while, and then realized he could not do that, so he stopped before he got too fucked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, as a note, even with you trying to cost, that'll take you to, with his like 1 or 2 drinks. You're down about 5 golds worth of drinks.
Let's make
That's
it
all
10.
shitload of drinks.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't going to be that many, but then he started. And as a note, when you were trying to keep up with Lochliar, you had 2 before, ordered 4 after that, and you lost track after you ordered another 3.
Oh yeah, it was more like after once we went down, that's when I started to like match him drink for drink. I wasn't trying to get to where he was already. That would have
Okay. I was
been,
about to say.
done.
Oh god.
That's
You
alcohol
don't want to get
poisoning
that fucked
city.
up?
I was about to
No.
say those are Constitution saving throws to see if you choke on your own vomit at that point.
Let's say I
No.
remember a New Year's Eve party that was like that for Glenn.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I've been there in real life. I'm not trying to be there in pretend.
Right.
Yeah, I got stories that I'm not gonna have on record.
Fair point.
We are being recorded right now.
Yep,
let's
sure are.
not. Yep.
Don't say anything too incriminating.
Yep.
Is there any anything else at all that you want to be doing tonight?
Ertos would stay up until Ilya came back, and then
Homie,
he
you're
would
going to be
allow
up until
himself-
2 in the morning.
He would then allow himself to pass out at the bar, not even in a room, just
So yeah, Ilya, you walk in and you see Ertos like head on the bar, drunkenly like sit up and is like, "Hey, I waited for you."
Hi. You're back.
I just walk over to Ertos, put an arm, like one of his arms over my shoulder, and say, "Okay, come on, we're going back to the bed." And I just,
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna
I will
get up and help
I will
him.
drag him if I have to.
Well, I'm also still there because I don't know if I have a room, and I was going to ask Ethos, but he passed out drunk, so I couldn't ask him if he was also getting me a room. So I've just been sitting, kind of hanging out.
In that
Buddy,
case,
it's
I'll look at Stormy.
Yeah, I was like,
We
I'll
have
help
enough
you.
beds. Come on.
I just pick him up like a baby.
Here,
Can I roll to see if I can just scoop him
I'll
up?
get the arms.
Yeah, make me a
I'm
strength.
big, guys.
Make me an athletics check.
Well,
And
how-
advantage because Ilya's helping you.
At advantage, okay, I have a +7 to athletics.
Jesus.
Your athletics is a lot better than mine.
Okay, so first roll is a 2 on the die, so let's hope I do better. 16 total, 9 + 7.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's a bit tricky. You almost stumble over a step. He's a big
His
guy.
tail keeps flopping in the way, and I keep having to like scoop it back up.
Yeah, but with Ilya helping you out, you guys managed to get him up to a bed. Yeah, you guys managed to get him to a bed. So
I'm not that drunk, guys. I'm just.
Then why didn't you help up the stairs? I'm like holding my back, like what?
He's already asleep.
all right, so with that, you all get your long rest in. You guys are also now level 5.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Oh man!
I've got plans.
All right.
All right.
Ooh,
We're gonna take a
no.
break. I'm gonna take a break while you do that. I really gotta pee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, so
and-
question.
Wait, and
that stuff.
So, you guys come to consciousness the next morning in your rooms. Some of you fairly hungover. You look outside, you can see out of your windows. You can see there's sun in the sky. No, not a whole lot of clouds. This day seems to be yours.
Everybody's up. I'm assuming everybody's congregated in the bar.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
Well, I was more or less asking if everybody was down in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where we'd head.
I'm going to look at Irthos and Ilya and be like, so, do you think that you guys could help me replace some of my gear? And I like hold up this very like brittle my shield. It's like falling apart, very tarnished, trident. You guys saw my armor's falling apart.
If you come with me, I have to go get our payment for helping out at the lawkeeper house. So, I mean, that's 1,500 gold.
What?
So, and you'll be getting a portion of that, obviously, for helping.
His jaw just drops. He's okay. And he like grabs his stuff and immediately is like at your side to like go with you.
At your service.
Okay, that was very staticky. Whoever
That
did
was, yeah, I thought that was
Jay.
me.
Jay, you have
Nope, that
Ah.
didn't fix
robot.
it.
Nope, the robot did.
Even worse.
Oh, it's so bad.
Wow, the one recording's having audio issues.
It was like you inhaled the microphone and then started speaking.
More like he was choking.
He ate his ether.
Okay, that's up number 2, maybe?
Hello?
Now he's dead.
Can't hear him at all. Okay. He's headphone break. Oh, shut up. Don't
That was just
listen.
straight up
Ah,
some dubstep you're just playing there. Okay.
Full auto
my
tune
ears
now.
got my ears.
Nope.
You are violating my ears.
Well, if it makes you guys feel better, it's only on your end.
It does not make us feel better, no.
No, it doesn't.
It's
Makes me feel
vile.
weird.
I also don't
Wait,
like that I
Try
understood
to
you.
speak again, please.
Hello.
Nope.
Okay, it's like not as bad, but it's still static.
It's got like static, my guy.
Yeah, I don't know why it does this.
Is your mic coming undone, like connection wise?
It shouldn't.
God, it's like nails on a.
Hello. Oh boy.
It reminds me of back in the day when like a phone call would be coming in and your computer speaker would make that funny sound.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh,
When you couldn't be on the internet and take a phone call at the same time.
a miserable time for audio.
The good old days.
It's still
What?
like you sound very far away, but there's still a bit of static.
All right. How about now?
That was a lot better.
Is it fixed? Is there still static? Do I sound like?
I'm not hearing any right now.
I'm not hearing any.
No, you still sound a little far away from me, but
Yeah, I was far away. That was the trick.
Okay.
I had a feeling you were far away. That's why I didn't say it a second time.
Oh, were you in a microwave?
What?
Were you
Yeah.
near a microwave?
No.
I mean, you did go
Oh,
to...
did you put your
Here,
phone
I'm
underneath your mic because it
No.
goes staticky for me when I do that.
Did you
No,
put your head in the microwave?
No.
Did you eat the microphone?
Are you talking
Try.
through?
Would you like me to try?
I don't really want that ASMR
Do
today.
it,
Thank you.
do it, do it.
Later.
Anywho, she will continue to say, yeah, so it's 1,500 for the group overall. I have the promise right here, and she just kind of pats her pocket where she has the promise. So if you guys want to come with me, I can get our money, and then we can go off. Stormy, you helped us, so you'll get your 300. We'll each get 300. Anyways, I need to do some shopping as well.
It's 1,500. Shouldn't we all get 500?
No, it's 1500.
Oh.
Divided by 1500 divided by 5.
Yep, you're right. I'm stupid. Sorry.
No, it's
I
okay.
had-
I
I
had to use a
half
calculator
mine.
to do it. So.
I had half of mine to try to gaslight Ilya with.
Oh, you can
Kratos
certainly
Yeah,
try.
to try to
Get
get more money.
500.
I'll keep 500. I'll give Eratos 500, and I told Stormy I'd give him money, so Stormy gets 500.
Here, I'll take my 500 now. Y'all just deal with the rest of it.
Nope. I handed out. Sorry, buddy. I'm moneybags here, and I walk off.
So yeah, all right, you guys are going to the law house to get your money.
Mhm.
I am.
I am too.
Is there anybody going anywhere else? I should just ask that instead.
Not before the law house.
Oh, we'll all go there.
Afterwards.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you guys walk into the law house. You do see good old Lady Lydia sitting there writing reports. No sign of Lady Powder, and off on her little side desk is her assistant, or her clerk. You're gonna call it.
I'll walk over to the clerk and say, "Hi, I have this promise of payment for the other day," and I'll hold it out to her.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Don't even. She takes it. She scribbles something down. Give me just one moment. Disappears into the side.
Take your time.
She disappears into the side. Comes back, despite your warning, still looking like she's hurrying quite a bit, with a very large two. I'll actually say 3, because you couldn't fit in one. 3 very large stacks. And she goes, if you'd like to count it, I suppose, but it is all there. Boosh, and just sets them down on her desk right in front of you.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
Of course.
I do have to count out because we're splitting up most of the group. Is there a table I could use to kind of do that?
Yeah, kind of.
You don't have to role play it out, but I will go and separate the group's payment.
No, I want to hear you count 300.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, she clears off a bit of her desk. She helps you. She'll help you a little bit. Count out, make sure there's the exact change, and it's there. 1,500 separated into 3 different sides.
Yep, I'll pass that to the group. I give her 5 gold for helping, and I will just leave before she can.
She kind of holds it. She's like, that's really not necessary.
I insist. I greatly appreciate you helping me. That's a lot of money for one person to count. I greatly appreciate it.
Question, Traveler.
Sure.
Is this the same lady that kept me out of Unipo's cell?
The other day, yes.
Jay would have dipped her otherwise.
What's Jay gonna do with Ilya right there?
Huh?
Is Jay doing anything while Ilya's right there?
Of course he would.
No?
No.
Okay.
It's not worth the spell slot.
So
yes, I pass out the money amongst the group.
Jesus.
300 for everyone.
300 for everybody.
Aside from me, because I'm kind.
Jay will. Thank you very much. And I personally am on my way over to Hort, because man, I wish I would have had my dagger yesterday. But nonetheless,
I do end up going with Jay because I'm also going there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is everybody going to Hordes? Is there any splits?
I'm gonna also go to Hordes, as you will.
I think we're all going as a group.
Okay.
I'm gonna inquire about new magical goodies that I can get. Because the rat flute is interesting and fun, but I think we still have a piece of bone shard.
Bro.
Well, yeah, that's the issue. I'm thinking maybe I should have gone for a sensor.
So yeah, so you all walk in and you just hear, hello.
Hello.
Well, hello, Horde.
Hello, Giles. Hello, Ethos. Hello, Ilya. Hello. Who's this?
The name's Stormy, and I put my hand out to shake Horde's hand.
Hello, Stormy. Nice to meet you. You're blue. That's cool. I'm green, so.
Together we make teal. Did you know that?
Ooh, I do like teal. It's good. It's like the ocean when it gets really pretty outside.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So what do you need? Oh, the dagger! Hold on! And you can see there are like bags under this guy's eyes. Hold on, give me a minute. Kind of scrambles into a little back room. You hear a little clanking, a little humming, and then out comes Horde with a pair of objects wrapped in cloth. Comes out, sets it down on the table. Here you go. Go ahead, open it.
I will open it.
It is your dagger with a newly minted, you see what looks like a single silver, it's not like a ring, isn't like it's a massive thing. It looks like it actually was made into the hilt with a single line of what you now know as bone stone running around the entirety, threaded through the ring. Another one setting beside it that looks like it could go on your hand.
I will attach the one on my hand first.
Okay.
And then I don't know how this would work. I'm just going to mentally will the dagger to my hand. Like open my hand.
Yeah. You open your hand and the dagger poof appears. The rings lining up perfectly. Like they essentially it appears and the ring is touching. The two rings are connected. Not like as in they can't be removed, but as in, you know. I'm over explaining. You know what I mean, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Horde? I have already paid you for this, correct?
Letman sits there and you can see like little bits of paper go flying everywhere. He holds one up. Yes.
Well, here you go anyways, and I will hand Horde 50 gold.
Thank you. You're so nice. You're so sweet.
I am not exaggerating, my friend, when I say this dagger and what you have done will more than likely save my life in the days to come. I very much appreciate it.
Well, I hope it saves your life, but I'm sad you have to put your life in danger in the first place. That's not good.
I love Horde.
Drew's relationship with Horde is something truly sweet.
Yeah, it's great.
So, anything else? Anything else for the rest of yours?
Yeah. Nico
Go ahead.
wants to look through the items.
Go ahead. And he starts pulling out all the various magical items that he has. He has not added anything new that you can see. Pull up my list.
This Horde doesn't have any weapons, right?
No, you don't see any weapons. He pulls out a belt, 2 rings, a pair of boots, a pair of scrolls, and a pair of wands.
Do
the
we
two
know what
rings
any of
again?
these things do? I know
There's a
these
ring there's a ring that gives you a 40-foot swim speed, and a ring that gives you resistance to psychic damage.
What do the boots do?
The boots, they give you resistance to cold damage, and you can ignore icy type terrains.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, how much are the boots?
Hold on. Starts sorting through papers, because I'm about to start sorting through papers. I really should have just put the price in the same document. That's on me. Yeah. Here we go. It costs you. He said, "Oh, this will go for you, 250 gold pieces."
Resistance to icy terrain and cold resistance. That's pretty good. But I feel like I'm not the one who should buy that. I think I'm gonna save my money. How much was a very rare item?
A lot.
A
Or
lot.
rare?
It's a lot.
Yeah. I might try saving up to buy something like a
Oh,
sensor.
I'm gonna be okay. A little bit of
Some
D&D meta for you here, Nick. An item that rare, it does not matter how much you save up. You're going to either find the item, find something you can trade for the item, or happen upon so much gold that you can get the item dealt with.
Even then, I'd rather get the Constitution belt, which was the first one. How much was the Constitution belt again?
The Constitution belt, that was 830, I believe.
830, yeah. So I'm just 230 off of that. I might as well save up for that. I think that's well worth it. It let me re-roll my Constitution saving throws, and I wouldn't have to.
Traveler, remind me, getting something commissioned requires a very specific material, right?
Yes, he does still have one more. Like, he can make one more, obviously not like a full sword, but he can make something, depending on the size and shape, use out of the bone stone you gave him before.
I was thinking about trying to ask him if he could make a bag of holding. I don't know if that's something that could be made here or with whatever we have.
Haversack, or the haversack.
The haversack's going to be a lot more because it's considered rare or very rare,
really?
one of the two. Yeah, haversack is honestly, in my opinion, kind of worse and
It is.
more
That's
expensive.
what I thought. No, that's why I suggested the haversack instead of the bag of holding.
Yeah, it's
thought
rare.
That's crazy.
It has more pockets, but and that can hold a lot, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ask him, and he sits here and just goes, "Do it for." You want me to make it?
If I mean, if you
I
have
don't
one, I'd love to buy it. But if you can make it, I'd love to have you make one, depending on the
Yeah,
price.
but he does kind of. You'll notice he normally has like the canvas jacket and some like his a skull necklace, some pants that end in sandals. And you do notice he kind of like he goes, well, I mean, I've made one before. Well, not a bag, but and he reaches into like an inside pocket in his jacket and pulls out a long torch that clearly shouldn't fit there. And he goes, I can make it. But you can't have my jacket unless you pay a lot.
Nope, that's fine. The jacket looks much better on you than it would me.
Aww, you're a good friend. I can think. I'll do it for 200 gold pieces.
200?
Yeah.
Lovely. I would love to have you I would love to commission one. I also there is one other thing I'm hoping you have or could make. It's a focus for a spell I recently learned.
Is it magical, or do you need it to do the magic? Because those are two different things.
I need it to do the magic at all.
That's what I need.
So I don't know how to word this properly in character, but out of character, I need a focus worth at least 100 gold, and it needs to either be a jeweled horn if I want to use it to hear, or a glass eye for seeing, and I would like the glass eye. It's for clairvoyance, the spell.
Okay.
So I specifically want a glass eye for seeing, or something that could be used as such.
Another thing, guys, this is a general above table. Each one of us, after this shopping session, needs to save up 500, 300?
300 right now.
300 gold worth of gold. And then also, when we're out of town, we each need to have a diamond. So that our healer can bring our asses back to life.
So basically, what is being said is, when I get this bag made, I'm going to be holding on to the bag. If you get the diamonds, give them to me. I'll put them in there and keep them safe.
I'm going to keep a diamond on my body.
If you want to do that too, you can. Just keep in mind it might get stolen.
Oh, I'd like to see him try.
A better thief will try, probably.
Oh, for sure. And then I can just go and kill them. It's a whole fun thing.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Trevor, that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Yeah. So he kind of sits down and just goes, a glass eye? Hold on. And he kind of disappears. He disappears behind his shelf. You see here a bump as he like stands up a little early, and he just goes, oh, comes up rubbing his head. He just goes, okay, so I have this, and he does hold up a glass eye. But it's not worth 100 gold pieces, but what I can do is I can take this. And he sits there and he holds up a small, it's not a diamond, a small, looks to be sapphire. This is worth 100 gold, so if I make dust out of this, and I put it in this, that should, for what you're talking about.
Wonderful.
Yeah, okay, that in the bag, that should take me, come back in 2 days?
You said 2 weeks?
2 days.
Oh, 2 days. Sorry. Me out of character, not understanding.
No,
Question,
days, yeah.
Timing-wise, does that mean we can pick it up when... can we pick it up before Zunir's job, you think? Or would that be after? Like
He'll
a day
talk
after?
to you about the job the day, and then the next day
Yeah, okay.
it will be ready.
Comprende.
And you said 300 gold total, correct?
Yes,
For-
300 gold total.
Okay, I will give him that right now.
Real quick, any chance I could commission a bag of tricks?
Bag of tricks.
Oh no, what the fuck is this?
That's it for kids.
Oh, it's... Dude, I know exactly what you're going for. It's so fun.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
My wizard has that, and they torment me with it nonstop.
Bag of tricks.
This is definitely an ask. I don't know if Travler's gonna give me this one, but
Oh, what?
oh boy,
Whoa, some of the
bag
things
of
you could
tricks.
book.
There's 3 different kinds of those bags,
There
by the way.
certainly is.
Yes, yes, there indeed is.
Huh.
I mean, it is an uncommon item. But yeah.
I'm gonna say no. Just because that shit, I could see that getting really broken really fast.
The
Can you
funny
have
part is like
multiple
combined with the
I'm not going
food-
to try and convince you, Traveler, because it's your game and you're the DM. I have my own group completely fucked themselves by using one, and they were doing a very important stealth scene where the wizard pulled out like 3 giant rats or 2 giant rats and like an elk or something, and alerted an entire military fortress that they were breaking in, and had one of the most brutal combats ever in that game. It was so funny.
They act as they act like normal, but they are friendly to you.
They're friendly, but
unless-
they're animals
Yeah,
at the end of the
they're
day.
animals.
You can like kind of command them, but at the end of the day, they're still that
You
animal.
have to use your bonus action to command them.
He kind of sits there and just goes, so don't you already have something for rats?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
the more the merrier. No, you don't actually have to give it to me, but it would be very funny. It's just that this is a little more reliable because at the minimum I get something. Even if it's CR
you
0.
had one combat with it. Just give it another shot, okay?
I'll give it another shot. God, I just if I get fucking
Yeah, I
RP'd.
know.
That's a lot of conjuration, and I mean, I can, but like, that would be tricky. That'd be very tricksy. That would take me a while. Because, I mean, making things out of almost nothing is kind of hard.
Then you know what? We'll put a hold on it for now.
I mean, I can, it would just take me a long time.
Oh, we'll save up the gold for now because I do need 300 for the resurrection.
Hold. I had a question. As you are someone with experience in enchantment,
Sure.
normally you need either mithril or bone stone to
Yeah.
enchant an item. What if you wanted to take the magical properties of a creature and turn it into an item? Can you use the remains of the creature to do that?
I mean, it depends. If it's a physical sort of reaction, like their skin or their blood or their venom, then that's something I can do. But I might be able to. It just depends. You have to bring me the right bits too.
All right, I will look into it a bit more.
Are you gonna give him the head?
What? No.
The head.
No, I know what I'm going for. I already have a hint at the animal I need to find.
I think I know what you're doing, but I don't know what you're doing.
I mean,
So yeah, what?
you'll see it in a few seconds when we, well, you'll understand in a few seconds. Well,
I know. So what else can I do for you? What else can I make? So I'll spend that like I lose.
Do you guys want to try and pull in to get a diamond? I have most of the money for it, assuming the court has one. But,
I think
I am-
I'll have money left over.
yeah,
I
I have 236.
So is the only price a diamond for the resurrection?
A diamond, the only consumable piece is a 300 gold piece diamond.
Yeah, which the spell uses.
Okie dokie, then I got
I-
enough.
I have almost enough for 2.
So after you guys do your shopping, if you want to try and pull in, so we can try and get one, assuming Horde has one. I'll actually just ask Horde. Horde, do you happen to have a diamonds worth 300 gold pieces? This is for another spell.
Like 1 diamond or a lot of them?
Just diamonds in general. As far as the spell is saying, it's just 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds total. So it can be multiple diamonds unless you want to specify otherwise.
Hold on. So once again, goes behind the bed, goes behind his counter, starts rummaging around, pops up, goes over to the rings, the selection of rings, pries like 2 out, rolls around. He's just digging and digging and digging. Eventually comes up with a small little handful of diamonds, pulls them in a scale, weighs them, kind of like looks in a little eyeglass thing.
Wait a second. Wait a second. I almost forgot. I can actually help offset some of the cost of the diamonds through the use of my creationist feat. I can make items worth 100 gold. So
How
we
often
only
do
really
you do
need
that.
every day.
Is the DM gonna allow that to be diamonds? Because I'm
gonna look at
I have
the
a feeling not.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hey,
That-
it's my level 3
that
feat.
sounds very broken if it can be used for diamonds.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The 100G, they last until the end of the day, so they have to be used in
Oh.
the consumption of the spell, or they'll
Uh-oh.
disappear.
I see. That's much
So
less
I
broken
can-
than the Ponzi scheme I had in my head.
Were you all like, okay, infinite money glitch time?
Yes, yes, 100%. That being said, question: I could distort value a diamond you created. Can I distort its value enough to trick a god?
Let's not make the DM ban certain things based on that idea. So,
Oh, yeah.
please.
Let me put it this way. You are certainly able to try. Depends on how you think it will go.
Man, if Jay was able to lie to a god to be able to revive someone, that'd be a hell of a story.
Yeah, it would.
So does Horde have 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds?
Yeah, long story short, after he comes back, after carefully inspecting all these, I have 300. This is worth 350, all of them together. 350 outside of the Horde voice. You actually know what's going on.
Okay. I will tell Horde, we have some more shopping to do. I have 236 right now. After we do some shopping, if people have money left over, which I think we will, we're going to pull together to try and get that. If you don't mind setting it aside until I return.
Oh,
A little
yeah.
bit later.
And he just bumps all these.
If we get like excuse me, if we can get like 400 gold worth of diamonds, then we can, using my feat, perform 2 resurrections, albeit split over 2 days. I don't know, is there a time restraint for that res?
Yes.
1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute since they died. Yes.
Yeah, I have unless I use a different spell to give us more time, I have to do it right then and there.
Yeah, it's worth. It's realistically 100 gold, which is all that your thing does. Really isn't useful for this, I don't think.
Well, the assumption is as long as it's not me, it still saves us quite a bit of gold, and eventually it'll be up to 300.
As long as it's not you.
Yeah.
As long as it's
I'm gonna
not me, but
say
that's
this
why it's
much.
400.
I'm gonna say this much. I am planning on giving whatever extra gold I have to Ilya for the diamond.
I don't plan on shopping, so I'm going to purchase those diamonds right now, outright, at this moment.
Problem solved.
Okay.
Okay, well, never mind. I was going to save up a bit because I do really want that Constitution belt because I think it saves me a feat pretty much.
Save
I don't
it.
need to get Warlord.
Save it,
Stormy
please.
never seen this much money in his life at once. Is just like you guys are just throwing, like he's just like awestruck. Like you guys are just throwing this kind of money around.
Hey, being an adventurer is expensive, my guy.
It is expensive.
So Horde takes all diamonds, which all look like they've been prized out of rings and other jewelry, and just dumps them into a little sack, carefully ties it, and sets it aside. Is there anything else?
I'm good here.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. I've got something. What's that belt do again? Can you post the description
It's
to like a chat?
It's like the Ring of Evasion, but instead of auto-saving dexes, you get to auto-save 3 con saves a day.
And it's just that? Doesn't also like increase Constitution or anything like that?
Nope.
It does not increase your con score,
Okay,
no.
just 3 free con saves. And can you do it after the roll or before the roll?
I based it off. Let me look up the Ring of Evasion just so I know what I'm because that's what I based it off of. Ring.
Well, Ring of Evasion you can do at any time. Well, if it's anything like Evasion, you can do it at any time, but it just depends. So, like, if you fail to save, you then take half. But if you succeed the save, then you take none.
Well, that's this perk. This is different. Ring of Evasion is an item that lets you succeed on a check instantaneously.
Oh, while you fail a dexterity saving throw while wearing it, or in this case Constitution, you can use your reaction to expend a charge to succeed instead.
Okay, but it doesn't require a reaction.
No, this one won't. It's just you can just choose to succeed.
Okay, then that's 100% worth it, because I can roll first. If I fail, instant win. So I've got 3 fails before it actually even matters. And that's gonna keep anything.
You have Bane, right?
Yes, I have Bane.
Yeah.
I have
Yep.
a lot of good stuff. That's
Yeah,
requires
I'd say that's
concentration.
probably a good call.
Hypnotic
for you.
Pattern would be good. Because that's concentration. I have what's it called? Cloud of Daggers, concentration. So yeah, for casters, that's a great item. That's a fantastic item for casters. I don't need and that's per day, right? Or short rest.
Yeah, 3 days per day, or 3 charges per day.
Okay. Yeah. I'm 100% saving up for that. That's so good.
Smart call. All right, Horde. Well, unless anyone else here has something specifically that they need, I must confess that I do have a few other places I need to stop at.
That's okay. Potential summon.
I use the bardic drums to increase my saves, but that's for another time.
You don't have to stay too long. I'm just glad you came to see me.
And I am glad that I came to see you. And
Aw.
I will wave and head out the door.
Bye, Jed. Bye, Eltos. Bye, Mickey. Bye, Ilya. And bye, Stormy. Comment.
Bye.
Bye.
It's crazy because Horde remembers our name, but then Zunir's like, I don't know, what's your name, Bear Toe?
Well,
I mean,
he was so drunk.
You know,
I liked it. I
I'm
like
trying
it
to
as a
think.
name, but
I don't think Zunir's actually ever said my name.
Huh.
I'm
I think
pretty
he said
sure
it
he's
to us.
just- He's just called me like your talkative friend, like that type
Did you-
of thing.
Did you ever tell him your name?
Oh, I
comes the
find it hard to
conspiracy
believe that there
theory.
isn't anyone that I haven't told my name to.
I actually believe that.
maybe he misheard it and he doesn't want to say it wrong. So he's
That-
just like, hey, little buddy.
That's the
Yeah,
easiest
that
one.
could definitely be it. And I want to make my way over to Filber's Phylacteries.
Okay. Yeah, so you walk over, make your way over there. You see the boarded up Sea's Breath. Look forward to see Philibert's Phylacteries. Walk in and you just hear, "Hello, welcome to Philibert's Phylacteries. What can I get for you?"
I'm assuming you still have that item from, well, it was just yesterday. The potion of haste.
Yeah.
I am here for it.
All right.
How much was it again?
Let me double check. This one I know I have in my notes somewhere. Do-do-do-do. Oh yeah, no, because it's very rare. Well, I mean, it's not the purest, but I believe we said it was 400.
All right. Yes. All right. I will give him 400 gold.
All right, he trades it.
I also had a few questions about it. You said the key ingredient that you needed was the saliva of a catoblepas, correct?
Yeah, Katode played whatever.
Yeah. What is the saliva itself magical? Is the animal magical? Is there any correlation between the two, or does it just so happen that this is the ingredient? You know what I mean?
I mean, the animal itself is pretty magical. I mean, the thing can look at you and kill you, so that's pretty magical to me. But I don't think the saliva is necessarily magical in nature. It's more of the way that it blends with certain herbs and other such.
I see. All right. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And if I come across some more, question: if I did come across some more, some happen or chance, how much would it cost if I supplied the survivor?
Depends. I mean, if you bring it to us fresh when it's a lot more stable, you'll probably. I mean, shoot, 300. But I mean, this stuff was old. It got carried across the sea. That's why it's a little more unstable. So I don't know. Depends on how quick you can get it to an apothecary, really.
All right. Well, thank you for the information. I do appreciate it.
Yep, come again.
And I will head out.
Or don't. I don't care. That's like as you're leaving.
Damn. Homie's going through it.
I mean, hey, Jay can sympathize.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Where are you guys headed now?
I don't personally have anywhere else I need to go.
Gotcha.
Me neither. Trevor, I have
Yeah,
a
I'm
question.
I'm following.
Not for right now, but in the future, the Eldritch Adept feat lets you grab so the Eldritch Adept feat lets you take an Eldritch Invocation of your choice from the Warlock class.
Yep.
However, it's only if it doesn't have a prerequisite of any kind, unless you're a Warlock.
Yeah.
If you meet the prerequisite, could you still take the feat anyways? And
Are you talking about for your Eldritch Blasts?
Yes.
Wow, that's fun. Why not? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Nick and I were actually talking about that. It's like one of those very niche cases where technically an upgrade to Eldritch Blast doesn't have a prerequisite because the prerequisite is a spell that's unique to only Warlocks. So,
No, I can agree with that.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, now I know what I'm getting at level, 8?
Okay. Good luck surviving.
I just cry. The life of a. Is it really level 8? Let me just double
Yes,
check.
it's
before
level
going
8.
insane. Oh no.
You're a fighter.
Yep. Suddenly.
Just starts taking levels of fighting.
Single tier.
So
It would be much faster if I just take a level in Warlock, but you know what? No, I'm a happy bard through and through.
Did I not add this to my homebrew?
So, what else are you guys doing today?
I guess we're done shopping. Should we go? I don't know. Kill some gnolls.
How far were the gnolls?
I don't remember.
Weren't they?
That's a
like-
day. That's about a day or two journey,
Yeah.
or excuse me, 3 to 4 days of journey.
Just to
3
get there, or
days.
there and back?
To get there.
Ooh.
A week's a bit long. I don't know about you guys. I think we asked Lochliar if he's got any work for us.
Well,
Now
he
that
said
he's
he'd have
wasted.
something after 2 days.
Right. He said give him a day.
So
Okay, then I don't know. Does anyone have something to do that doesn't take a week?
Nope.
I mean, I can go fishing. I guess. I don't know.
I'm back.
And
I
We
don't
could
have any.
attend group therapy.
oh,
Seems
That's the
necessary.
quitters.
let's see here.
If you guys ever want to like speed run through something, I'm okay with that. Like we don't have to sit here and role play every single day.
I don't have. I don't.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying to
don't.
think.
We don't have. I don't. It seems like we don't have anything really.
Yeah, the only thing that I want to do is buy a short sword. That's the only thing I really want to do.
Which
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
think
go
you
with
actually have to do. I think I have a short sword that you can.
Oh, does anybody want a longbow? I've got a longbow.
I mean, I guess Mickey will take it, but to be fair, I think Eldritch Blast is still
I
gonna do
don't
more
think-
damage.
Respectfully, with all due respect, I would like to fucking see you use a longbow.
Actually, wait, it's probably touched the ground.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, every time you shoot it, you like stab the bottom of it into the ground and then have to like walk backwards with the string.
Has anybody here played Dark Souls 1?
Oh,
Yes.
That fucking.
The Anorlando archers, their bows that are as big as they are.
Yeah.
Where the arrows are as big as you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember getting shot off of the archways nonstop.
Yep.
Also, Traveler, just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to go to a store and buy fishing tackle. It's a whole ass fishing kit. It is in the player's book. It's 1 gold unless you want to change that.
No, it's 1 gold. This is a
Okay.
fishing.
Yeah, I go by that, and because there's nothing going on, I spend the next like day or two fishing.
Okay.
Is there somewhere I
life.
can sell this longbow?
Oh, you can possibly try to sell it to Malk, yeah.
All right, I'll go to Mulk.
Do you want to roleplay it out or just make me a... Excuse me, my brain doesn't work for me today. Or you can just make me a persuasion check to see how
I
much...
can always make you a persuasion check, and it's also better. I don't want. So, I have the spell distort value. I don't want to scam Mulk. I would love to get market price for it, but
Would Jay scam Mulk?
would Jay scam? Well, it's not scamming. Well, it's that guy's.
You are just finding a fair market price by discovering a willing buyer.
That's not
What-
bad.
No, what's that quote? What's that quote? There's a terrible quote.
Persuasion, you said? Or
Persuasion.
deception?
It depends on what you're trying to do.
I like Mulk. We'll do persuasion.
Okay.
That's a total of a 19. That's my lower of the two.
Yeah. He'll give you a market price for it, 50 gold.
Cool.
Sorry, I know that was kind of anticlimactic. I'm currently eating pasta.
Hey, nothing's anticlimactic about getting 50 gold. That's the gold I just tipped over to Horde.
Could I buy splint armor? Is that what it was?
Armor.
Can you? Or when
Well, I
teachers
have
used to do that?
303 gold because I only had 3 gold going into this.
So he turns
But-
around. So yeah. So you
Yeah.
ask. So you come up, Malks. All right. What can I get for you, you wee? Are you blue?
Why is everybody always hung up on what color I am?
I guess because not a lot of
Green
people are blue.
I've seen green people. I've seen metal people. I've never seen a blue person before.
Because Stormy's been trying to like hide his appearance, but everyone keeps pointing it out. So he takes the cloak down like off of his head now. He's like, I guess it doesn't matter. Do you have splint armor? Something a little bit more sturdy than what I've got on?
Starts looking around. Well, I mean, I don't have any right now per se. I could probably make you some.
By the way, the rules on resurrection is 1 resurrection per type of resurrection spell, right?
Yeah, so you can be revivified once or resurrected once, true resurrected once.
Dragon Ball rules.
It's just right now we only have access to the one.
Yeah.
Yep. Just making sure. Just making sure I know the death conditions.
Yep. I can make you some out of what I've got lying around, but
I'll take it.
all right. That will be. I mean, including labor on my part. I'll take 250 gold for it.
How about 200?
Make me a persuasion check.
I remember one time, Traveler, you said he had studded leather up on the
Yeah, he does. He has some leather. He has a couple things of leather. One thing is studded leather.
I got a nat 20, and I accidentally clicked it twice, and I got it twice.
Shit.
So I got a nat 20 on my persuasion check for a 21.
Wasted that other nat 20 though.
I did. I got 2 in a row.
Yeah, takes a deep breath for a second, just goes, I need something for the labor. 205, call it a day.
I hold out my hand. I say, perfect.
Shakes it. Come to me. Tomorrow morning should be fine. I mean, I can mostly make it out of the things I've got lying around, really.
All right, I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good.
And because I'm itching to give this money right back to you, how much for that studded leather up there?
Oh, that's... Excuse me. That'll be 50 gold pieces.
Pieces.
All right.
If it increases your AC by even 1, it's worth it.
Yeah. Yes, it does. It improves it by more than 1.
My
50
AC
gold. Here you go.
Sounds good.
Look at that. It's perfect. It's almost like we did a trade.
Pretty much. Wonder why we didn't just do that in the first place.
Never know. And unequip. And studded leather. Nice. I'll die slightly less quickly.
It's alright. ACs don't matter when you're drowning.
I can hold my breath indefinitely, so yes, it does.
Excuse me, what?
Wow.
Jay's probably a decent swimmer, considering all things considered.
Decent enough to swim with armor on?
Studded leather? Sure. What's studded leather weigh? 13
Leather's
pounds?
rough when it's wet, though.
13 pounds. Well, 13 pounds is pretty bad. I'm good. I'm good to go. I got more than I bargained for. So if anybody else has anything.
Perfect.
Nah, let's time jump.
All right, time jumping. So, the next morning comes. Stormy, you can go pick up your armor. Easy enough to do.
No.
Right around like 11 or 10, or 11 or noon, excuse me, in the morning, the familiar large figure of Zunir Lockliar comes striding into Gerald's place looking after y'all. Howdy there. Was left you guys in quite the mess, eh? Specifically looking at you, Ertos, when it says that.
What? I don't even remember it.
That doesn't surprise me at all. So, now, I'm not going to send y'all after our furry striped friend, because with all due respect, if he's still around that other thing, that's a swift way for you all to end up 6 feet under. But what I will do is ask y'all this. I've been looking, instead of following the Shard Bears, which with all due respect, they're a bit above your pay grade right now, I'm thinking we can follow where the blood's coming from. See if that can't lead us to one of them. Because I mean, I have to imagine the only thing that could survive the trip in there to gather blood from this cracked, leaking container is a shard bear. So if we can find who's supplying the blood, we can find them. Now, I managed through my fiddlings about to find out exactly how. I couldn't find the blood, but I could find where those eggs were delivered to. Now, I figure if you can find them, that might lead you to some sort of dossiers or other bits that will expose where this blood's coming in, if you're interested, of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
Question. I know how complicated, or I have a semblance of an understanding as to how complicated it is to be dealing with dragons of any type. If we encounter them,
I would suggest you run like a motherfucker.
How exactly does one run like a motherfucker?
As far as
Stormy starts running off.
oh, that was quick.
He's got the right idea.
And
You see Mickey taking notes.
if running's not an option, perchance we have to fight them. If we come out on the other side, is it a problem that we've taken care of them?
I mean, there's never anything wrong with putting down a blood tainted, at least not by the Lochliar standards.
Sounds good.
All right. While you're in, hold on. Where is it? Okay, here we go. He goes, well, all right, listen. If you're, if you need help there, or if you are, just in need of some assistance from me or from somebody who's actually in the know about some of the things that are happening, ask for while you're in Bukata, ask for a low-down mage. He'll probably be found in some sort of gambling or drinking room. His name's Dob. He can help you out.
Oh.
Dob Lockliar.
Chase face goes white.
And Lochliar, not being drunk right now, she goes, "Oh, you've heard of Knob."
Oh, and Dom has heard of me.
All right, well, considering your usual effect on people, hope he still helps you.
Well, Drew, are we gonna meet one of your friendos? Wait a minute.
Yeah. Wait a minute is right. This
Do I-
doesn't just
do I know
affect
Dom?
me.
Shit, I thought that name was familiar.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that name sure is familiar.
Oh no.
Not just my problem.
Well, mostly your problem.
Mostly my problem. He can't prove that I. Well,
You can't prove any.
And with that, we'll end today's session.
oh my goodness.
And Drew's
Somehow
playing
the scary lizard person, the blue guy, and the goth elf aren't the ones who are causing problems in the place we're going.
I'm not
really
Hey, most of the times we're not the ones causing
We don't
problems.
know that for Stormy.
Somehow.
I'm just saying.
That's true. We're not there yet.
To be fair, I'm not causing the problems. I caused the
Caused. Right. We aren't the problem. That's what I meant.
It's Drew's it's Jay's passion to cause problems.
It's-
and also Drew's passion.
It is. This is equally as much my fault as what's going to happen to us in the coming sessions as it is yours.
Oh, and
I'm an innocent robot. I refuse to accept any blame.
I looked at it, and it is an error. For some reason, D&D Beyond is registering me as 5 levels of Ranger. I only have 3 first-level spell slots, and I can use Levitate once without a spell slot. I was looking at that, so just bear that in mind. I only have 3 spell slots. Don't let me cheat.
I was gonna be like, wow,
Got it.
D&D Beyond really decided to buff Rangers.
You got it.
Yeah.
I'll count all of your spells when you cast them. Don't worry.
I'm not
Perfect.
going to, so you're gonna have to keep track of that.
So I have 7.
Did everybody have fun?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Did you have
Good.
fun?
Yeah, did you?
Oh, I had a great time. It's a lore dump. I was ecstatic.
The Lord.
Oh my goodness.
Plus, I got to lore dump as a drunk off his ass Minotaur. That was great.
enough.
Exactly.
I love when you, as a Minotaur, said no bullshit. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm glad somebody caught that. I was waiting.
I was
also
giggling.
really wanted to comment on the. Yeah, all these lizard folk, they just look the same. So their facial structure, I'm like, yeah, Lochliar, I can't imagine anybody having difficulty reading these non-human emotions out of a person. Really.
I almost said that exact thing in character, but then I was like, nah, Airtos doesn't. He wouldn't think of that.
There are so many things I just kind of threw in there because I'm like, listen, this man's drunk. He's saying stupid shit.
Yep.
I also like that the large bull man is the one going, they all look the same. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. So I guess
So
we're
an
going to
Aarakocra,
Bukta,
huh?
huh?
Yeah.
I
Sounds
got
like a nice
questions about
place.
that Aarakocra that happened to have the same thing as Stormy. That's
Wait, what's up?
when I asked Lochliar about the symbol on the
Yeah.
tattered piece of cloth I had, and he said it was he saw it on an Aarakocra. So that raises a ton of questions for me.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
Oh.
Man,
So
He's gonna start dealing some damage.
I don't like that.
Finally.
I don't like the Travelers using my backstory. I know I wrote it and all, but like,
listen, this is free. I'm
Technically,
gonna
it's our backstory.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of free chicken here. Jay, you avoided something so narrowly that kind of pissed me off a little bit, like just a hair. Because from the second our second session went down, I had an idea, and now I don't get to do it.
Really?
Yes.
What was
Huh.
it?
Let me put
You're
it
not
this
gonna
way.
tell us.
I'm not gonna tell you because it will spoil things down the road. But man, there's something I want to do with you so bad, and now I don't get to. It's fine.
Huh.
Is it killing his character?
Well, that's true. I guess that is assuming Jay survives.
It's- hey,
All of
every
this is
little bit
assuming
of
we all survive.
every little bit of suddenly this studded leather, the dagger, just each one of these little things is just letting Jay scoot by with just a little bit more.
I will say that I like that canonically Stormy thinks that Irthos is his sugar daddy now. He gave him a sword, he gave him money for a room and
He
food.
apparently is.
Oh my gosh.
It's like if I need something, I just go talk to Daddy Irthos.
Oh my
Daddy Lizard
goodness.
Boy.
Daddy Lizard Boy.
Speaking of, that's something Ertos has to. I didn't expect that to come up so quickly.
You can't say that. Oh wait, sorry, your stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't. I'm excited, especially because they're all together. But
I need to read the backstory I wrote. Fuck. And then especially
I mean, he
with
doesn't hate us
and then
technically.
Travler, especially with the other place, because God. Oh man. All right. Yeah.
you got a bunch more work for yourself now.
Sure do. Always fun. All right. Cool. Everybody good
All right.
for next week? That
Yep.
they left?
Questions, comments.
Excluding emergencies.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. All right, I'm going to stop the recording. I'll have this up and done by Friday. Start expecting
Next
Friday.
Wednesday.
No, listen.
No,
Okay.
I expect it in the next 30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
30 minutes, make it 20.
I can upload it in 10 seconds. The issue is YouTube. What's it called? Processing it takes hours.
No, blame YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Convenient.
guys.
I see
It's
how it is.
all YouTube's fault.
Yeah. And then,
Big
and then I have to
YouTube.
think of what the fuck to name these episodes too.
I mean, you could always
Always
get help with.
Lizard Daddy.
I have asked for help, and you're like, "Oh no, it's okay. You put good names." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. That's helpful."
Yeah, you should have expressed a stronger desire for help.
Okay.
Should just
fair.
call this one.
You actually have to
Bracelet.
roll. You have to roll a persuasion check when you want help.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit. I'm fucked.
With Drew's charisma stat.
It's not good. It's not good. All right. Yeah, I'm actually gonna stop the recording. And